Welcome back, everybody, to Set the Bars, the show with hot takes and even hotter men. And today, we have a pretty big episode in terms of just the amount of music we're talking about. Because, of course, we have our usual album of the week. And so much fucking music came out on Friday. Man. Obviously, I am joined by my co-hosts, Matt.
Hello.
And Ethan.
No, yo.
Yeah, what happened to the yo? There it is. There it is. Anyway, so in combination, I know we didn't, there's probably a couple of cases where we didn't listen to all of the same exact songs, but for the most part, but I added up the total songs that I listened to, including Pinata, 89 songs.
Yeah,
that is fucking
I did that all on...
wicked.
We're recording on a Tuesday. I did that all on Saturday.
So... what we're going to talk about first, actually, is a little thing that we are planning on doing for future episodes. If anybody listening or watching is interested, if you have any questions, queries, and the like for us to answer in future episodes, you can just go on Twitter and tweet something with the hashtag #SetTheBars, and we'll see it.
Put it right here. Put it right here. Put it right where my hands are.
I mean, that's not really going to work for the Spotify people now, is it?
Spotify, that's fine. I'll put it in the description for you guys.
That works.
Video listeners, video viewers, right here. Look, ready?
like imagination. Okay.
Enjoy that editing, buddy.
And yeah, thanks for that. I guess before we talk about any of our other things, Matt wanted to discuss a bit of a revision to some of his rankings. So you can go ahead and do that first.
So we've only ranked like what, 5 albums?
Something like that.
One.
We did.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5.
What do we do? Michael, College Dropout,
Favi,
Bobby, and then
Vultures.
What else? Vultures. Okay.
Vultures. Right.
I'm gonna. Here's what I'm doing. I think I give Vultures a 6.5.
Yep.
I'm dropping it to a 5. It's still. I still think. I still enjoyed it. I think it is still like they're going back to it. Not a lot of tracks I'm coming back to that often.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not as harsh as Daniel.
That's true.
But still, I'm gonna
similar feeling, less of an extent.
Michael, I give it an 8. I'm gonna bump it up to 8.5.
Ooh.
I think that's what I gave it, right?
Yes.
I think so, because I think there's still room for improvement. Because still, I felt
it's
a lot
not
of
a
songs
10.
were
Yeah.
too long for me.
Yeah.
But coming back to it, I think a lot of my criticisms faded when I was just like, I'm just gonna enjoy this album.
Mm-hmm.
I gave College Dropout an 8.5.
You gave it a 9, actually.
Oh, that's valid. Keep it there. Keep it there. Bobby, I gave a 3.
Out
Yes,
of curiosity,
you gave it a
actually,
3.
not to interrupt, but
No, you're good.
what did I give? I gave College Dropout a 9.5 or a 9?
9.5.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's kind of wicked. I feel like there's better Kanye projects. Also, just overall better music.
And that better music is a 10 out of
Maybe I
10.
haven't discovered.
But again, if revisions
That's
ever
true.
happen, they'll happen. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're limited to like just 0.5 and whole number. We could.
Yeah.
But as of right now,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
literally.
doing.
Like, I started, when I was doing my notes, I started giving stuff like 0.7s, 0.4s. Like, I was like, I need more, like, variety because I've done so much stuff.
And then, the Favi album, I'm going to keep it at a 3.
Fair.
I really didn't like it.
I haven't gone back to a single
you were
song.
You were the most critical.
Yeah.
I have come back to, what was it called? I don't remember even the name. The one with Chef G. That's the only one I've returned to.
Sort of with W.
Was it
Waiting, I think?
Waiting. Yeah, Waiting. That song I've returned to a couple of times, and
Like,
nothing else yet. But
it was still bad, but it wasn't like,
it wasn't miserable.
holy
to listen
shit,
to.
this, I can't anymore.
Yeah.
I was able, because it was short, and I think that's the main reason I'm giving it 3, I was able to actually listen to it. But I'm not coming back to it.
Yeah.
And then, this is my big one that I feel like you guys might have some choice words about.
Uh-oh.
I'm up in the Yeet album. Up
Okay.
in the Yeet album.
2.
I was gonna do an 8, which is crazy. I'm giving it a 7.5.
I don't think that's that crazy. Because me
8?
as a non-Yeet fan enjoyed that album a lot more than I thought I would. I gave it a 5.5.
I'm giving it an 8. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's totally fair.
So
As
I
somebody
came.
who enjoys
I
Yeet.
feel like I came into it really thinking it was gonna be bad,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was my mindset of the whole thing. Like, oh, this is not good Yeet.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to it, I went back to it this weekend. I it like obviously it's very experimental, especially for him,
Mm-hmm.
but it works. And the shit he does works really well.
Yeah, that was
There are
my
obviously
biggest.
hiccups within it.
Mm-hmm. That
There,
was my biggest compliment about the album is that he tried a lot of new different
yeah,
sounds,
there's
and
a
a
lot
lot of
of
them worked.
there's
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
them
different
worked.
sounds and different ideas that he tried that worked pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yep.
returned to
I
breathe a
agree
lot.
entirely.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That song is
I've
so
actually I
tough.
returned to that
That
song
song has
was
grown on me a little bit. I still don't have it in the
that song was
playlist though.
dookie when I first listened to it. I went back. I love that
Yeah,
shit,
but
bro.
now,
Breathe, and I
no.
love. Oh my god. They're way more like I came into it because like I said I was being really serious. I was just like, yo, I'm just gonna have fun with this shit. And listening, I'm like, bro, this is a fucking drug fueled space expedition in the future.
I need to return to. I actually haven't really returned to the album at all. Even though on first listen I enjoyed it a lot. I've just been listening to a lot of other stuff.
I had
but
been
I
talking to
still
my
like it.
friend. My friend was like, oh, did you listen to it? I said I was pretty critical of it. He was like, you gotta go back and just listen to it. And I was like, yeah, no, it's fun. It's definitely not the greatest fucking shit in the world.
Oh yeah, no, for
But
sure, for sure.
for what it was trying to be and for how experimental it was,
It did a good job.
I'm like obviously like I'm a Yeet fan and objectively by like the standards of goodness, he's not very good. I feel like in every song he's the weakest part of it.
I wouldn't say objective. I don't like the use of the word objective in terms
I know,
of
in
music.
music,
I
but, like,
I
okay,
get what you're getting at
overall-
though. In terms of
overall,
like
I feel like-
technique and stuff, there's not a lot of it there a
that's-
lot of the time.
like in terms of technicality.
Technical skill.
But like I said, like I feel like in a lot of the songs, especially on this album, the weakest part is always him, not like production or like
That's
anything
true.
else.
That's true.
So he's the thing holding him back. But
Mm-hmm.
with the shit he set out to do, it worked very well, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm giving it an 8 because of how experimental it was and how well he pulled it off. Those are my new rankings for everything we've listened to so far.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's where I'm standing right now.
And I believe there was another piece of information that Ethan and I were unaware of that Matt wanted
Yeah.
to reveal to us.
I don't know if you guys saw this. I think it was today. It might have been yesterday. I think we're all fans of Schoolboy Q here.
Uh-huh.
We know that his new album Blue Lips is going to be dropping on Friday.
Yep.
At least Friday when we're recording March 1st.
Yeah.
The soundtrack or the track list has dropped. He posted a photo on his Instagram with all the songs. I could read it out to you guys.
Are the features listed as well?
Yeah, he has.
Okay, cool.
One,
Wait,
two,
did you
three,
guys
four-
listen to the two
he has
singles
7.
that came out?
Oh,
Wait,
did
he
drop
released
2?
he released 2 more singles.
I think it was like Lovebird or like it was. I forget what the
Oh
names
my
were.
god.
I did not.
I listened to
didn't either.
both.
Well,
I can go
we
find
talk
the
about
names.
Yeah, we'll get
If
to
it's
that for the new
Lovebird,
Music Friday
that
discussion.
is on the track list. Lovebird is
Lovebirds, and then there's what's
yeah.
hmm.
The one that we listened to
Cudis,
last
right,
week
Matt? Is
was
that on there?
Year in 101.
Cooties?
Cudis, yeah. Those he dropped
So
those
Lovebird,
two.
okay. I'll definitely listen to those.
Yeah, we'll have to
They're
at least
pretty good.
before
tackle
we
those.
record the next.
Yeah, I probably
it
should've let
won't
you guys
matter.
know.
The album will be
Oh
out.
yeah, but yeah. By the time we record the next one, the album will be out, so we'll just discuss them then.
Yeah. But so it's 18 tracks for the album. We got Funny Guy, Pop, featuring Rico Nasty. I don't listen to a lot of Rico Nasty,
Me neither.
but all the songs that I've heard where she's a feature overall, not bad, pretty
Her
good.
feature on the Denzel album 2 years ago was very good. That's the last I've heard
Yeah.
from her though.
Old head.
She can slap.
Yeah. I
Then we
agree.
got Thank God for Me, Blue Slides.
That's a fire title. Thank
Right?
God for me.
We got Yearn 101.
That one we listened,
listened
to.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit slapped.
Yeah, that shit was
did
gas.
slap. Then we got Lovebirds that Ethan was talking about, featuring Devin Malik and Lance Skiwalker. Don't know either of them.
Me
personally,
neither.
So that'll be an interesting listen. We got movies featuring, I don't want to butcher this, as Chike, Azchike.
Not gonna give it a
I
shot.
don't know him. I don't
I
wanna
respect the
butcher it,
attempt.
but- yeah. Then we got Cooties. So Lovebirds and
Uh-huh.
Cooties are the two singles that everyone's talking about. Then we got Ohio featuring this. I'm excited for this. Ohio featuring Freddie Gibbs.
Ooh.
Which,
Ooh,
if you guys
we'll be
listened
talking
last
more about
week,
that
Freddie
individual
Gibbs
in a minute.
was on our album of the week. We'll talk about that later, but that sounds really exciting. Then we got Foe featuring Absol.
Oh
That's
my
gonna be
god,
crazy.
that is hype. That's hype.
Then we got First, New, Back in Love featuring Devin Malik, same guy from Lovebirds.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Times featuring Josie or Josie.
Okay.
Don't know him, but probably gonna be good. Schoolboy Q.
True.
We got Germany 86, Time Killers, Big Feet featuring Childish Major, and then Smile. So overall,
I am
18
very confident
songs?
that when this album comes out, I think I said this last episode, but when this album comes out, it will be holding the album of the year title for at least a month.
We'll see. I'm definitely excited.
I'm looking
From
forward
what
to
I've
it.
heard of Schoolboy Q, I haven't delved deep into his catalog, but
Me
from what I've
neither,
heard,
but
it bangs.
yeah.
He cooks.
Collard
There was
greens.
one little
Oh
thing
my
that
God.
occurred that I wanted to mention and talk about briefly, which
Mm-hmm.
was Kodak Black was finally released from prison just to
How
be
long had he been in there?
a while, just to on first attempt at an interview while walking out, he decided to throw rocks at the reporter and the cameraman, and he will probably be going back to prison
And
for
drop
that.
an ass single.
And that's what I was
also-
getting to. That's what I was gonna get. Oh, what were you gonna say, Matt? What were you gonna say?
I just looked it up because I wanted to find more information about him throwing a rock. A guy, there's a feud. I'm assuming these are two like cliques or a guy, Jack Boy and Kodak Black feud.
Okay.
Police are now investigating and saying the feud is the motive for a recent murder of a Florida woman.
Oh, that's great.
That came
yeah,
out
Kodak
as
is
of-
never getting out of prison.
That was as of, I'm looking at NBC South Florida. That was yesterday.
I think the last time Kodak spent more than a year as a free man was probably before he was famous.
I don't know when.
He's
did he go,
he's always in and out of jail, bro.
I
Wanna
feel
know
like
what's-
from like 2017 to 2018, he was pretty good.
Nah, you want to know
I
what's
thought,
crazy?
bro, I thought
What?
that Mr. Morale was his redemption arc, bro.
Was it?
I thought so.
Obviously not.
Apparently not.
Yeah, clearly.
No, I have crazy stuff. I saw this week the official TK fucking TikTok posted a video, and it was like clips of him, and it was like, I did the race and did not beat the case as the caption.
No way, that's
No,
real.
I
Yeah.
listened to that song this morning. That's really funny.
Oh,
Holy shit.
I was crying watching that. I sent it to like
he
Didn't
did
he get,
not.
like- didn't he get,
he
like,
did not
55?
beat the case, bitch. He did the race. What did he do again? I don't even remember.
It was
Shot
him and a
at,
bunch
like,
of guys.
people after
Him
a
and a bunch of
party.
guys did a robbery at a house, and the guy they were robbing got killed.
Oh
So
shit.
so
he's a
one of them shot
murderer.
him. He didn't do it. He was.
So he's accessory to murder.
He was just there. He was just involved, and
Okay.
he got
That's
like
fine.
the second or third highest
Thank you.
charge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it's
I would
fine.
imagine
One
the
of the
highest
people-
was the
one
person
of the
who
people
pulled the
got
trigger.
life.
I have a drink. Oh my god.
One of them, I think,
I'm good. Don't
Texas.
you?
They
Oh
might
my
have
god.
gotten death. One of them got like 70 years. That might have been the life guy. And then
Yeah.
Tigger got 55. But Tigger got 55, and then there was a charge of him like beating up an old dude. I think he got 30 for that. And then they were saying he murdered someone in California at a Chick-fil-A. or some
Crazy.
shit. And they were looking into that.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, but,
I just found it. TK, I indeed did not beat the case, nor did I win the race.
Wicked.
Yeah,
No,
that's devious.
back to Kodak. The funniest thing about it, cops
Mm-hmm.
were called on him as he was walking out.
So, No.
Yeah. Come back. Come back.
Really, dude?
Pretty much. And
Bob.
honestly, he deserves to be in there for the dog shit that he dropped on this past New Music Friday. Because what
Yeah,
the hell was this?
Let's get into new music.
And fucking like Rap TV was posting, did Kodak Black just drop the hardest first day out song?
It went kinda hard.
No!
Do they not know who T Grizzly is?
Dude, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I feel like that song is undefeated.
That song is 100% undefeated. This song, I didn't like pretty much most of. It was just boring for me. Because, like, the beat was just so, like, mid. And, like, he wasn't doing anything with, like, his voice or with his sounds. I just feel like... Yeah, me too. I just feel like everything about it was boring. Also, by the way, if anybody's wondering, the song was called Shampoo.
Yeah,
It went very slow.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I
I agree.
Mid, I ain't coming back to it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not returning to it. I also wanted to note...
being the slow song did not really work.
Yeah. The one bar that I really liked was when he said, "I be drinking goose like the animal." I just thought that was funny as hell.
Nah, he's real for that. Yo, free him. Free him.
Free him. He drinks goose like the animal, bro. Anyway, yeah, that song was
some other
songs
that dropped. What else dropped? Lil Durk.
I have a list.
Lil Durk old days.
I like the Lil Durk song a lot.
I really liked the Lil Durk song, actually.
I gave it what would I give it? I mean, it's a song. I know we normally don't like individual songs. But as a drop, I'd give it like a 7.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, yeah.
Normally,
I think that's fair.
Me personally, I normally don't really like melodic Durk. But this one
I feel like it worked correctly. I just feel like he did his like normal style, but just like he did it very well. Like his flows were good.
Oh yeah.
The beat was very nice, and that spoken word bit at the end wasn't too like extensive, and it like made sense, so it worked.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I have a list up if you guys want me to lead it.
Like
for
I
all
also
the
have
new
a
music.
list.
I mean, Central C, that drop, it was alright. Nothing special.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
one more thing actually that I wanted to note about the Lil Durk thing.
Mm-hmm.
One bar that I thought went so hard was he said he was filled with Zans and lean. Now he filled with embalming fluid. That's crazy. Anyway, Central C also dropped a song called "I Will."
Okay.
It was alright.
It was alright.
Kind of zesty.
I was gonna say I disagree. I did not like it.
I didn't hate it, but it
I didn't like the singing.
Obviously, Central C is not always gonna be fucking Sprinter Central C.
Yeah.
Drake freestyle Central C.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I respect that he tried something, at least from what I've listened to, something different.
I would argue the only real
slow.
notable difference was the singing and the
beat.
melodies.
Honestly,
and the hook.
Beat, really.
I liked the beat.
No, I enjoyed the beat.
Yeah.
I literally I just wrote, the production's fantastic. Lyrics are very questionable.
Yeah, no, they were wild.
Because it was just like, it's just this like beautiful ass guitar, and it's like, you're so fucking wet.
Yeah.
Eat you out.
Yeah.
It's like, yo.
I never really like when a
What are you doing, bro?
song's 99% of the time, if a song's lyrics don't match its like sonic vibe,
it's kind of a turn off.
Unless that's the point. Like a song like "Hey Ya" by Outkast, obviously it works because that's the point of the song. But in this case, not it.
Yeah.
One song. This is a rarity. This is a song that I really did not like, that I wrote a pretty decent amount of notes for, and that was the new MGK song. Don't Let Me Go.
I didn't like it, and I also wrote a lot of notes.
I didn't notice until halfway through listening he changed his name to MGK, lowercase. Anyway,
of course it's all lowercase. He's fucking emo.
I kind of liked like what he was trying to get at for the entire song, but like, oh my god, was it like not fun to listen to. It was really like, I just didn't like how it sounded at all.
No, there were parts where I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
He was like, everyone's writing me off. I can't rap. I can't be emo. It's like,
and it's the same sound the entire thing too.
Good music.
Yeah, 100%.
I literally wrote, I was like,
some people might like it.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, I cannot enjoy MGK.
I did note. I did
didn't
like
him
how
when he rapped.
deep.
I don't like him now.
I do like how deep some of the lyrics went, and it was some of it hit hard, regardless of the fact that I was like, this shit is ass. Like, I was supposed to die at birth, gave me a chance, and I fucked it, give me another one. Or in the hook where he goes from saying just
Nah.
let me go a bunch of times and to saying don't let me go at the end. Or what was the other one that I wrote down? How can I live with this one? How can I live with the fact that my hand wasn't on her stomach when we lost the baby? That's rough.
Like that. He had like 2 or 3 lines that were like, "Oh shit!" It's like
I get the
obviously he's talking
sentiment.
about shit he's gone through.
Yeah.
But 99% of it was just corny.
Yeah. I just don't like the sound, bro.
Like,
he
bro,
needs
he was
to
like-
find himself again. Like,
Like,
I've
with the-
I've heard some of his rap songs that I enjoy. Not many, but some.
I could never get into him like that in either genre. But like I know I keep coming back to it. The fucking part of him being like, everyone's writing me off.
Yeah.
I can't be a good singer. I can't be a good rapper. I was like, bro, it's like,
Maybe don't diss
oh,
Eminem.
you're not listening to how deep I am. You're not listening to how
Yeah,
deep my
yeah.
shit is. And it's like, it's because you sound like a fucking mopey teenager, bro.
You know,
Yeah.
there's some
Fucking
lyrics.
woe is me, dude.
There's some lyrics where if you read them to me and didn't tell me it was MGK, I would think it was Tom McDonald.
That's actually really true.
That's a very good
Which is a
comparison.
That's a
bad
very good
comparison to
comparison.
get.
And I would
Dude.
argue, I don't think this is a bad argument. I think Tom McDonald is the single worst rapper, in air quotes, of all time. Literally. I don't think he gets worse than Tom McDonald. And it's not like he has, like,
I think it's because Tom McDonald
disgusting-
takes himself so serious.
it's not that he has, like, disgusting messages and but the music sounds good. The music isn't
just
good
bad.
either.
It's
And he had a
so bad.
song with Ben Shapiro. What was that?
It was-
Okay, we're getting
Also,
off
like,
track.
Dude,
we're getting
you're
off track.
Canadian.
Yeah, he's Canadian, acting like this fucking red, white, and
Patriot,
blue-blooded
bro.
patriot, bro. Fuck
Nah,
you.
I think it was the Ben Shapiro one because it was like facts or something. He literally starts being like, "There's only 2 genders."
Yes, at the beginning he goes, "There's only 2 genders, boys and girls." Like,
Ben Shapiro cooked though.
I
can't lie to
don't.
The best part is like all of Ben Shapiro's like listeners like hate rap music.
Yes, Ben Shapiro hates rap music. He's literally said in like the past couple of years, rap music is not real music. He's said that before.
Is Tom
many
McDonald
times.
rap music?
Yeah, but like that's when you're rapping that fucking liberal
He-
baby shit.
Well, in my opinion, Tom McDonald is hardly rap music, but since he considers himself rap music, for the sake of the argument, it is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get the being like, "Oh, you're writing me off because you're not listening to how deep I am." It's kind of like Tom McDonald be like, "Oh, you're writing me off because I'm white, dude." No,
Yeah,
'cause you're trash.
or you're writing me off because I'm telling the truth about how
No.
Mexican immigrants are the worst thing to happen to the country.
Like, bro,
fuck
no,
you.
that's not it.
Shut up! You're such a brain
Jesus
rotten
Christ.
little troglodyte. Like, get out of my ears.
See, while I absolutely hated that,
Uh-huh.
what gave me a little chuckle was this little TJ
Oh
feature
my
on this
god.
Arabic rap song.
I'll be honest, bro. It was not
What was
that
it called?
good.
Samolatoi something.
Yeah.
Treeb-
I don't
Treeb.
want to butcher it. 'Cause it's
Samolatoi.
obviously not my
Samolatoi.
language.
TRYD.
Samalatawi tribe.
Overall, the song, maybe I'm just not into like Middle Eastern music. I've heard some that low key bangs.
Yeah.
Like last week or 2 weeks ago
Arabi.
with the Future one.
Yeah,
Yep.
with the Future one, maybe just
Wait, was it Future or
don't
Thug?
like-
I forget. No, it was
It was
Future.
Future.
it was Future. The TJ feature in terms of where like the song actually wasn't that bad.
I didn't like it.
I
to be
disagree.
No,
honest.
I'm not gonna come back to it.
Also, one thing, I don't think it's the Middle Eastern music in general. I don't like the very like clubby sounding songs.
Ooh, we're
I
gonna have
think
a lot to
for
talk
me-
about with the Cudi album. Then
Yeah.
Yeah, I
This is
think-
another
I
thing that I
think-
have to say. Actually, I was gonna say, for example, like club remixes of songs, I never like. Like, I don't like the club remix of "Pursuit of Happiness." I don't like the club remix of
I think it
"Goosebumps" by
depends.
Travis Scott.
Like
I
I'm
do.
not gonna be listening to that shit walking the class.
Yeah,
oh, neither
If
am
that
I.
plays at the club, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
I feel like with especially I get it with "Pursuit of Happiness," it makes sense sonically, but for the club remix of "Goosebumps," I feel like regular "Goosebumps" is a better club banger.
What other singles dropped? I want to save the better
I can
ones
tell
for
you. Timothy
the last.
Quavo. Didn't like it that
Oh,
much.
I did not.
You
listen to it. I
didn't?
didn't even. I
Not
didn't
really.
even realize. I forgot that Quavo. I didn't listen.
You got to give that a listen. You can give us your
Oh.
thoughts next week. I actually
Valid?
really enjoy. Apparently, have differing opinions, but
Yeah,
I
but you're
really
also
enjoy
like you're
this.
very into Quavo.
Fact.
I'm very big into the Migos sound,
Yeah.
just in general, and I think this was a very good execution of Quavo doing it with a very interesting, well, not interesting, very different, not necessarily Migos style beat in my opinion. And I feel like it doesn't go on for super long, but it's like a little over 3 minutes, and it doesn't really get old, even though like the beat doesn't change much, because the flows are constantly changing, like all over the place. He's changing his flows, and they all fit in the beat very well, at least in my ears.
I thought it was alright until I got to the point where it was a minute straight of him saying like, "Yeah, I'm him," and then Himothy being the ad lib.
at the end he's like,
Himothy.
everybody know that I'm
Yeah,
him.
that's
Himothy.
OD.
For like a minute straight
I think
at
it's
the end
funny.
of the song.
It's not a minute. I think that's a
It's
little bit of an
long,
exaggeration.
but like still, it's like unbearable to listen to.
Everybody know that I'm him. Himothy. I like it.
I'll have to give it a listen. We can talk about that next week.
One thing I want to talk about, I don't know if you guys listen to these. I didn't mention them. Jay Critch dropped 2 songs for his
I did
upcoming
not.
album.
I don't
didn't.
really listen to Jake Rich.
Okay, I figured you probably wouldn't have touched on these, if any, so I figured I'll just touch on them now. So 2 of them, we had a song called Kick It. It was just like a drill beat. He had interesting aggressive flows, but nothing changed, and it got boring very quickly, so it wasn't great. And then a song called Too Rare, where he just kind of, it was a hard, like, banging beat, and he just went in on it, and it just worked. That song I actually really enjoyed. It's
Was
very good,
Too
like,
Rare on Too Rare?
energetic song. No, he was not,
Damn.
but he was referenced in the hook.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess while I'm there, I'll talk about, there are a couple of other things that I listened to after we established our main list, because I just heard that they had come out. So I'll just talk about those really quickly. This R&B song by an artist I'd never heard of called Audrey Nuna, featuring Tizo Touchdown, a song called Starving. It wasn't good. It was mid. Tizo Touchdown couldn't do much about it. Moving on. The group Therapy. I don't know if you know who they are, Ethan, but I've spoken to Matt about them a couple of times. I spoke very high praises of their album that came out last year. And honestly, I think, Ethan, knowing your taste, you probably have liked their album. They dropped a new song that was kind of just like a basic trap song, and it really kind of wasn't it. I didn't like it actually at all, which was unfortunate. And the only other song that I listened to that you guys may or may not have touched on, because I didn't know about it existing until yesterday, was a new SZA track called Saturn.
Nope.
And I mean,
Did not-
it was just
did not even
a
know.
good, it was just a good SZA song. That's all I have to say. Like, I
Okay.
liked it, but it wasn't like anything ridiculous.
I might touch on it.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
listen. Which
what
one?
should we
Which one of
touch
these
on
Jay
next?
Critch songs did you say sounded the same? Like got boring.
the one that got boring was Kick It, and the one that I enjoyed was called
I
Too
just
Rare.
like went through like every 30 seconds. It was the exact same shit.
Yep, Kick It got boring very
I
easily.
mean, I don't really listen to a lot of Jay Critch though. The only like Jay Critch song I really know, which I don't even think is him. I think it's just a feature. Is fucking Picasso.
Really? You don't know the song Ego?
At least not by name. Maybe if I heard it.
Yeah, you probably would. Anyway, that's besides the point though.
Another banger that came out was I'll save that one. Let's talk about some
Okay,
dog shit.
I was gonna
Let's talk
say
about some
we
dog
can
shit.
we can touch on some of the ones that this is actually the last one among the list, not including the projects that came out. Out of the singles, this is the last among the list that I didn't like, which was the new Midwest song "Mistakes."
I didn't like it.
It was just
Okay.
boring. Like it wasn't like
Okay.
ass, but it was boring.
Listen.
Listen.
I've been listening to Midwest, not like continuously, but I've known about him since 2020. I like the beat.
Okay.
I can agree he was kind of boring. He has better songs than this. I like that it was something, at least from what I've listened to his shit, like I said, from like 2020. It was different, but it was like a mix of like, because he's done like fucking rage rap,
With Baby
but then he
Tron.
also, with Babytron shit, but he also, I think he started with, I might be wrong, but at least from when I know, his roots are hyperpop.
Really, I didn't
And that
even know
was
that.
his main thing. Like that's what he blew up with, as far as I know. He had this song called "Trying" that blew up, and then I found him through like another hyperpop song he made that he was like promoting on Snapchat and shit. So I know him mainly as hyperpop, and I honestly a lot of his rap shit, besides like Tally and like the Babytron song, I don't really like.
Tally is actually the only
And
song I've known by him up until now.
Really?
and most of the song was the rapping, which I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of. I think his singing was weak on this one, but like a song like the one I always think was fucking I forget what it's called. It's called like I Know You Hate Me. But like I like the beat on that one, and his singing isn't phenomenal. He's not an amazing singer, especially with like autotune shit, but it works. And I feel like I obviously let him experiment, let him figure out shit, but I feel like that sound really works for him.
What do you guys want to? What single do you want to
I'll
move
go
on
on.
to next?
I probably have different opinions than you guys, but something Ether by Lil Yachty. I didn't like it
I
that
didn't
much.
fuck with it.
I liked it,
I
bro.
didn't fuck with it. I didn't like
I
the beat.
liked it.
I didn't like his flow. I didn't like the sound.
I liked it. I don't know. I do like weird. I like weird music. And I think Yachty is very good at weird music, in my opinion.
Yeah, but not this
It
time.
was very weird.
This didn't work for me.
I liked it, personally. I thought it was cool.
I like weird shit. This didn't work for me, personally.
Also,
The beat
Matt,
is-
this is... I don't want this to sound like any amount of dick eating on Lil Yachty's end, but I returned to Tesla,
Nah,
and
dude.
it's not that bad.
No, it's not like dog shit, but
I don't know. No, but I
compared
like...
to the run he's been on,
Yeah, but like
these
I
are
always...
two flops.
I always thought it was like a super like that's a like Tesla
No,
is a
Tesla's
song that
not
I would
like
want that I
abysmal.
want to listen to again.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, like I kind of liked it.
Like, Tesla nor this are like, holy shit, my ears are bleeding.
Yeah, they're
I'm
still my
never
bottom
coming back to
two. They're
Yeah.
still my bottom two of his decent run, but I still think I'm gonna keep coming back to them. I think Yachty
Nah.
is on a generational run right now. I mean, regardless
that's
of these two
crazy.
songs. No, you can't even say that I'm wrong there. The past year,
Eh.
he's been on timing.
It's all subjective. There are people who fucking
That's
hated
true. That's
his
true.
shit.
That's true.
But Tesla, well, I mean, that's in the past. This
Yeah, but
shit,
I still
not
think you
for
could
me.
be. I still think it could be considered to be having a fire ass run if you have two bad songs
I mean-
in like the past year.
He's been on runs like this before too.
Yeah.
When he first
I
blew
wouldn't
up.
say to as much of an extent. I feel like before it was when he was going crazy in like 2016 and
Yeah.
stuff. He was making fun music
And everybody
as
fucked
opposed
with
to
it.
now where he's being like an artist as opposed
He's just
to like
experimenting.
yeah. And I think
with
a
different
lot of his
sounds.
experimentation is doing very well.
Yeah, not this one. Anyways,
Anyways,
what's
this is
another
a good song. Mr. Misfit, but ain't missed a fit in months by Smino. This song
was
I
aight.
really liked. I
was
really
okay.
like this song. What are your thoughts, Ethan?
I'm in the same boat as Matt. I don't think I would go back to it a lot, but it was
Yeah.
good to listen
Really?
to once.
I see the beginning.
enjoyed
I
it.
was like, okay, the beat is really cool, but he's not doing a ton for me right now. And then the second verse when he was like, "Bitch, I'm back on dirty," that flow sold the song for me, in my
it
opinion, in
never
a good
like
way.
there was nothing like not like it's not bad. It's not amazing. There was nothing that hooked me in.
I might have to go back.
I think for
personally.
me it was that second verse.
I might have to go
maybe I
back.
have to go back and listen.
I listened to it after doing Insano and Mac and
And then
Cheese
after-
5.
After
I
that,
did
you're just
I did
you're
both of them
rotting.
on top of each other, and then it was like, damn, the Smino single. I
Yeah.
was like, no, then okay, so I listened to the Smino single. I was like, oh, it was all right. But right before that, I listened to Youngboy Steppa.
Oh no.
That shit was
Ooh.
trash.
Wait, I didn't even listen to that. See, look, there was so much that we weren't even all able to touch on the same shit.
Yeah, so I listened to
Yeah,
that right
no,
before. That song
I
sucked.
schedule. It wasn't on purpose, but I like the way I listen to shit. I had like some good, some mid, dog shit came back. Listened to some better stuff. Little palate cleanser. But yeah,
Let's see,
it was okay. Like I don't think
I think
I don't
there's
think I'm
like
gonna revisit it.
3 more notable singles to touch on.
There, out of what I listen to, I'm seeing 2 more. So I
Yeah,
know
the
there
only main one I can think of is
there are 2 that Ethan, you know, that I've listened to out of what's left. So what is that third one that?
Where'd it go? Oh, this isn't really a single. It's a re-release, but well, not a re-release, but
okay.
it's a remix. Shot of Flow 7 got a little Mabu verse added to it.
Yeah. I did hear that.
He got a
but-
little Mabu
Was it
verse.
valid? Was it valid?
Not really. It was alright.
No.
Nothing crazy.
No, nothing's.
They were dissing
topping
Blueface.
Shadowful 5 for me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shadowful 5 was so elite.
All right, now I want to move on to what is. Okay, I think these are probably the two best singles, right? What we have left.
Yeah.
Depending on what you say.
Depending on what you say, there's only 2 left.
We'll talk
No,
about.
no. Like one of them is.
We'll talk about
way
the what I think is probably the less hype of the two, but I wouldn't say is worse or better. We have Gangsta
Oh my.
by
God.
Free Nationals, A$AP Rocky, and Anderson .Paak. Oh
Man,
my! I've
good.
returned to this song so many times already.
So tough.
Oh my god! I didn't
had
know I
never
needed this
listened.
collab.
I'd never listened to Free Nationals prior to this. Like,
Well, I
knew
mean,
them.
they're just a band though, so
Yeah,
it's not
like,
really.
I knew them, but
the
I never,
production.
I never listened to them.
Oh, they cooked
Yo.
so hard, bro.
This shit, everyone cooked.
I knew my daddy was a
Bro.
gangster.
Anderson .Paak
Dad
could wife me.
before him was a damn thug. Oh my
The
god.
bass line
Yes.
went bro. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What are you hitting right
Yeah,
now?
bro.
The bass.
Ask the guy behind you to hit the bass. That's his specialty.
And I remember I was so confused because on Apple Music I was looking at the lyrics and it labeled who was singing, and when it for the "But that hoe in 96," it said it was Anderson .Paak, and I was like, but it sounds like A$AP Rocky, and then I started listening to it and I was like, it kind of sounds like both of them at the same time, and I don't know how, but obviously it was Rocky. Obviously, it sounded more like Rocky, but I didn't have that confirmed until I watched the music video. The music video was
Yeah.
actually pretty good. They have like kid actors portraying them. It's pretty funny.
What was essentially a music video that did go fucking hard was Might Delete Later
Volume 1 by
J. Cole.
Jermaine Cole. Jermaine!
Jermaine the Goats.
Bro. Oh
King
my
Jermaine.
god. See, Matt, you're starting to realize why we think you
Okay.
need to start listening to
Yo,
J. Cole
no.
a little bit more.
Not even like, I don't know, maybe like I want to. I actually
Yeah,
want
it
to.
is
Maybe
good.
maybe I'll
Maybe
pick it
album of the
for
week?
my album. Maybe who knows? But all right, I'm gonna get my critiques out of the way because you guys are active J. Cole listeners.
Uh-huh.
So I want to hear what you say. But
Yeah.
okay, so I know it was like a 10-minute vlog. He actually did delete later.
True.
So
Uh-huh.
it's not up on his channel anymore. There were re-uploads, but
A
the
shit
main
ton.
thing I was seeing was like a 2.5-minute snippet of a song.
Well, because the song
That-
fell like 6 minutes into the vlog and then ended,
Yeah,
and
so-
then it was more vlog. So like,
That was the only thing I actually watched. I do want to.
Oh, you missed
probably
out.
in my free time. Probably in my free time, I'm gonna actually watch the whole thing. But
No.
in terms of just talking about the music, I did only listen to that snippet.
the song was
I
good.
am still gonna. I'm still gonna watch the vlog.
The song was good. The vlog was very fun. They used like
Yeah.
a
A
I don't know if it
vintage
was just-
camera.
yeah, they used like a VHS camera, and they were going.
That's
do you know
tough.
what city they were in?
Camcorder.
I don't.
Like they were.
I
Putting
know
up,
what
like,
city they weren't in because they specifically mentioned to like the lady at the shop asking if she had a location in New York, so they were not there.
Yeah, no. There was they were like putting up the sign on the wall, and that lady was like, "Is that for J. Cole?" They were just, I don't know. They were just. It was cool
I
seeing them
definitely-
interact, and then it kept cutting to like fan footage taken at the concerts, and that was cool.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, that was so sick, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. But I did, at least right now, all I've listened to was that little song, the 2.5-minute song.
And
Yeah,
what were your
that shit was
thoughts?
tough.
I wish it was just the whole thing instead of just a snippet.
At first, I'll be real, I didn't really like the beat, and then
And then it built.
I think it was when the like main drop happened, or when he just started going in, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
I started listening to him. I was like,
That's a lot of J.
Yeah.
Cole songs.
oh my god!
Yeah,
It's
you'll
cooking.
you'll have that experience a lot if you get into listening to more
As
J. Cole
always
as we
with
go.
J. Cole, he cooks.
Yeah.
Like obviously,
will-
I haven't listened to his main catalog, his classics and shit, but
I want to give some of my thoughts on the actual like video before I talk about the song.
Mhm.
So I guess Ethan, we can have that discussion before we talk about the song
let's go.
specifically. So first thing that I noted was that the snippet of the Tay Keith beat that was played just somewhere at the beginning went crazy.
Was that
and
the
I
thing in like the
They were
first
in the
30
booth.
seconds
No,
or
no.
something?
Yeah, they were in the booth. They
Yeah.
were in the booth. Yeah.
I
Also,
did watch like the first minute.
yeah. Also, them singing "God Bless the USA" was really funny.
Yeah.
And I also really liked the part where they were making fun of one of their guys for sleeping naked.
In the hotel
He was
room.
like, "You're
right?
just." Yeah. He was like, "Oh, you're just
Dude,
sitting with
y'all
your
are
wooden
getting me
balls
hyped to
swinging
watch
this
this.
and that way."
I'm hyped to watch this shit.
It
This
was
seems
really
as fuck.
funny.
It was
And
just
one
like-
other thing is,
Just them fucking living life. Fucking
one other thing that I wanted to note is I'm actually featured at the 1 minute 52 second mark. I'm actually there for like a
boss?
minute. I was wearing his hat. And it looked.
Okay.
I just looked like him a little bit because I had his.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
borrowing his hat. But if you want to see me featured
a
in
knowledgeable
the,
person would.
go to 1 minute 52.
Someone who wouldn't know would mistake you for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. They'd be like, "No, that's definitely Boss." I'm like, I just wanted to clarify that
Same
for
facial
our listeners.
structure.
Exactly. And yeah, that's kind of what I remember. I noted it as I was featured, and then in parentheses in all caps I put Bossy. So fucking stupid. Anyway, Ethan, take it away, and then we can talk about the actual song that was featured.
More stuff in the video. It just felt like so regular.
Yeah,
Like-
it felt like a regular person's life,
Yeah.
except for when he was performing Wet Dreams on stage.
Hmm There's like nothing else to add. You just like feel more connected because of it. I think it's a good like marketing stunt. Especially
Yeah,
with
I
actually
agree. And since
deleting
there's
it.
volume 1, I'm assuming there's going to be more of them leading up to it, which is very exciting.
Yeah, and like any like not like a normal fan isn't gonna know that came out because it was only up for like a few hours, barely. Like
Yeah.
I remember I
Yeah.
went to listen to it, but I was on call, so I listened to like a minute, shut it off, and then I had to go watch like one of the VODs that got re-uploaded because I just missed it.
I only watched it on a re-upload because I didn't know it was deleted so soon after it was initially uploaded.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a very cool way to build hype. I don't know. I just really
Yeah.
like it. But I guess we could talk about the song. Pretty much all of what I noted about the song is just quotes from it. So
There was a fire
if you don't mind,
bar.
I'm just gonna rip a couple of bars out of here, and we can discuss. First of all, the second bar in the entire thing: Hall of Famer hungrier than all the newcomers. That's tough. He also had the fall off is like Hove dropping Reasonable Doubt last, and the last two of my favorite bars in the entire thing. Whole click getting slid on, you a
that's-
mouse
yeah.
That
pad.
shit was so tough.
That's the one I was gonna say.
Click,
yeah.
click,
You a mouse pad.
you a mouse pad. Oh my god.
No,
Oh.
that shit was tough.
And
That-
the best.
When I heard that, I was like,
Click double meaning is
yo,
crazy.
What?
Yeah, click double
Yeah.
meaning is crazy, but
Little
my
double entendre.
favorite bar in the entire thing was crocodile tears, N-words know I'm on a tier that they don't see. Oh my god.
Just mute, man. Take a timestamp. We're cutting it out.
No, he asked if he could be seen because he was changing his pants.
We'll just
Oh, leave it in.
leave,
it in.
leave it in.
Leave it in.
He heard.
Anyway, yeah. I crocodile tears, N-words know I'm on a tier that they don't see is insane wordplay. Holy shit. I don't know. When I heard that shit, I literally paused it, rewinded it to make sure I was hearing it correctly. I was like, no fucking way he just said that shit.
There's a reason people look at him as like the GOAT.
Yeah, 100%. The whole YouTube audience is looking at his ass.
Yo.
Bro.
For audio listeners, Matt's roommate just walked in and he stripped naked and jerked off to completion
Also
on the
for audio
camera.
listeners, I'm getting an apartment in like a few months.
Huge.
I'll have a single.
But yeah, I do you want to add anything to that, Ethan?
No, I think that was pretty good. You said the one bar that I wanted to say.
The mouse pad
bro.
Yeah,
bar.
that was so
was
sick.
so-
Yeah, that shit was so tough. I guess okay. Did either of you listen to the Stunna mixtape, the Stunna for
I
Vegas
did.
mixtape?
I
that
did not.
shit cooked.
What were your overall thoughts on?
Alright.
I feel I actually I guess we can establish this
like
before we
a-
get into it. But like before we get into this, I think we as became very clear in our last episode. I think we need to revise our approach at albums a little bit.
Yeah, we need to pick this
Just
up.
give
need to
just start with overall thoughts and note on songs that you think are worth
Note
noting
like
on.
the
That's good.
standouts.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. We'll do that. Okay, go ahead, Matt. Stunna
It
for
was
Vegas
good.
is forever mixtape.
It was good. I really liked overall a lot of the production.
Okay.
I like the beats. So there were some times when I was like, it's getting boring. But most of the songs didn't like overstay their welcome. And a lot of the features I really enjoyed. For what it is and what it's trying to do, I think it did well. But obviously he's not reinventing the fucking wheel here.
Yeah.
So I'll give it
for
like a 6 for what it's overall trying to. It's not amazing, it's not horrible. It's a little better than mid. And I think it worked. I enjoyed it.
So what do you give it out of 10?
A 6.
Really? See, me on the other
You
hand,
not like it?
I agree that the production throughout the entire thing was pretty solid.
Oh, did you not like his rapping?
I feel like one problem with this going into it is when I'm going into a Stunna 4 Vegas project, he's no longer with $1 Billion Baby Entertainment.
Oh, is
so
he not?
We are not getting the DaBaby feature that I was looking forward to because we know what kind of what kind of timing DaBaby's on when he's on a Stunna song, and that's the kind of DaBaby that we like, you know?
We know what kind of timing they both are on.
Exactly, and we didn't get that. So I really think a lot of it sounded a little too basic for my liking.
That's fair.
I noted that 5 songs had very notably very strong beats, but I only ended up really adding one of them to my playlist, and that song was Doing a Dance.
Really?
Because I thought that one not only had a cool beat, the rapping was pretty solid, and the feature, Woodboy G, who the fuck is it? But he really made that song for me.
I did not add Doing a Dance.
Really?
I don't even
But yeah,
have it liked.
overall, I thought it was a very...
I have... continue, I'll say after.
Yeah, I just thought it was an overall very basic and boring listen through. I gave it a 2.
Really?
Ooh.
I did not enjoy it as a project.
I don't think it being boring for me brings it that down for me. Honestly,
Well, also that comes into
saying
it comes into
puts
play that you
things into
enjoyed more
perspective.
songs.
I could probably give it like a 5.5 instead of a 6. A 6
I
might
can
be a little generous.
I don't think, although it is a massive gap between our ratings, I don't think
Oh.
that's such a blasphemous take to think it's more than
I
mid.
enjoyed. I think the count was 6 out of the 12.
That's,
but I only
see, that, then
added,
I
think,
understand.
3.
I understand.
I only added like 3.
Okay.
My thing
Which
was-
ones did you add? Because I want to
I
see if
added
they
let me
align with
check.
the beats.
I
that
know.
I
I know
liked.
the one I do know that comes to mind is the Paperman freestyle. I really
Okay,
like
yeah,
that
one. That one had a really good beat too. Yeah.
Paper Cut, right? It was Paper
Yeah,
Cut.
paper cut freestyle.
I liked that. I liked Made Man.
Yeah.
Although I could definitely admit it does get boring.
That's exactly what I wrote down for that song.
And then oh my god, which one was it? Punch Me In Again, the intro. That one I fucked with.
So yeah, I totally understand ranking it over a 5. I can understand enjoying it. I just got really bored listening through it.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, a lot of the songs like
There was a lot of sameness
if you literally
to it.
took the verses and put it on a different beat from the album,
Yeah.
it would just sound like a new song.
Like out of the 5 songs, there were 5 songs that I noted for having particularly good instrumentals. The other 7 of them could be like you could play any of them and I'd be like, yeah, it's X song, this title. Like I would believe you if you were to say that track 1 is track 7 and the other way around, if you get what I'm saying. A lot of them were similar.
It's all the same sound.
Yes.
Overall, there are some standout ones that are definitely more. They feel like more like ragey kind of.
And the word that I would use at least, more listenable in like a casual situation. I just feel like they're
like,
more enjoyable to like go through.
Cause like I was walking to fucking class today and fucking the paper cut freestyle came on. I was like, hey, like I could sit back and listen to that shit. That shit's tough. As aggressive as it is, I fuck with that one.
And Ethan, you didn't listen to this one.
No,
did you?
I didn't even know it came out. I don't know.
Okay.
Did you guys say anything about it
I think
In the
Daniel
group
had
chat, it was
mentioned
mentioned. Yeah,
in the
but-
chat? Oh, I didn't
but
even
it-
see it then.
in the chat. Yeah,
I mean, it's so
I
short.
only knew it came out because when I was listening to shit, I was just going through the chat, writing shit that I had to listen
Yeah,
to.
and you
then
saw
going.
that I had mentioned that.
Yeah.
Stunna dropped.
There
a
was just
mixtape.
so much. I just missed
There
it.
was
I guess.
so much music. So yeah,
There was so much
I
music.
get not even realizing this. So I mean, honestly, like I said, 5.5 and 2 respectively. You didn't really miss much.
Yeah,
If you like Stunna's sound,
Not
you'll
really.
like the
It's-
album or mixtape.
it's like it's adjacent
Yeah.
to that. 'Cause
If
it's
you are
obviously a
like
little
for
different,
some reason a very big fan of Stunna for Vegas,
I'm
which
not.
I mean,
which would be very random.
but this also
I feel like-
applies to the listeners and viewers though. You'll like it probably.
Yeah, we could probably
we
like
can move on. Right?
yeah, we can move on.
Yeah.
There's nothing else really to say about that project.
Yeah, it wasn't like a
It
big.
was okay.
Project.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't amazing for me.
Yeah, yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I want to move on to what is probably my favorite project to have come out this past Friday, which
Oh.
is Robophobia, the EP by Earthgang.
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed this. I guess I'll start off. I liked every part of this. I mean, the intro isn't in the playlist. Obviously, it's like a 38-second
yeah,
like, vocal
dude.
intro. Like that's not.
No
it's
reason.
not music, but it's still cool. So, it's so not rap, and it has so many outside of rap inspirations. It's super different for
Yeah.
them. It's super different for anybody in Dreamville. You could tell like even like some like Daft Punk influences in some of the songs, in some of the instrumentals.
A
At
little,
least.
yeah.
Yeah, and the production is on point the entire time, and the performances, whether that be singing or rapping, are great. I gave this project a 7 out of 10,
That's fair.
and I'll touch on a couple of the songs really quickly. Blacklight, which had been out beforehand, I forgot about it until the project came out, though. I'm very happy this brought me back to it, because it is a very good song. It's probably my favorite out of all of them. The bass is super, like,
Which one,
funky.
Blacklight?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
bass is super funky. It's just, I don't know. I feel like that also applies to, like, all of them, though. Like, Put in work, has great flows. Everything about it is catchy. Osmosis, another just really smooth instrumental, and like the verse that Olu, I always get their names mixed up because they each have 2 aliases. It's so confusing. But Olu's verse at the end was incredibly tough. And then Perfect Fantasy. I know this is something that Matt and I disagree about, but I actually was pleasantly surprised by Snoop's feature, because I know Snoop Dogg has not been on his shit for a while. But I liked his verse, and the rest of the song I really liked. Like the singing by the other 2 by Earthgang, I think
Yeah.
was pretty on point. So overall, 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed this EP.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I gave it like a 6.5.
Okay.
It's still good. I think title, cover, and the intro kind of set it up for failure for me. I was expecting very robot influence, which like obviously that could be interpreted differently, because there's like robot influence shit like 2093 that's very dark futuristic shit.
Uh-huh. And then there's the Daft
robot
Punk
influence
sound.
like Daft Punk, yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, it was still good, but I was like, I'm not really seeing the robot influence besides like Daft Punk, which is like that. It's obviously a very strong influence here, but for me, obviously intro was an intro. It was fine. Blacklight, it was really different, and at least from I don't really listen to Earthgang. I haven't really listened to Earthgang at all. Just from a musical standpoint, experimental, and I enjoyed it because it worked well. And it's something different that you don't really hear all the time, especially in like modern music, at least mainstream shit. Because I mean, I consider them mainstream.
And one thing that I think is very cool about it is it's one of the only, well, for me at least, it's the only time I've heard a merging between Daft Punk's style and rap. Other than obviously like sampling of Daft Punk, like in a song
There's
like
definitely
Stronger.
been
but-
influences out there, but they're probably just not as well known.
Yeah, I'm saying like outside of sampling, because again, like Stronger.
Oh yeah,
obviously,
that's what I'm saying. There's probably
there's definitely people who do it, but
there's
this is the
definitely
first time it's
fusion.
been at least mainstream enough for me to have heard it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. There were some of the songs Blacklight kind of suffers for me, but it doesn't like I don't mind it. Some of the run times were kind of devious. Like I mean, like I said, it doesn't really bother me.
They were just like
It
all
was
4
four,
minutes.
it was
Yeah,
four
they were like all
tracks.
four
Yeah,
to
it was
five
4
minutes.
tracks and 16 minutes. So
Like that's devious.
they were pretty long. It didn't bother me because it was an EP though.
It was also
Put
I
in
mean,
work. You continue.
No,
you continue.
you just finish, then I'll go with everything.
Put in work. I know you said you enjoyed it, right? You said
I
you really
did.
liked it.
I enjoyed all
You
4 of
didn't?
the tracks. No, I enjoyed all 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it. I think the thing that
Really?
for me, I didn't like the
Oh.
hook. I didn't like the hook. That was my thing.
Wait,
I didn't like.
but isn't the hook? Wait, I'm trying
I
to
didn't like
remember
the
now.
hook on the.
I remember
like
the hook being
vocals.
so catchy.
I didn't like the vocals.
Hold on, I'm gonna play this in my ear really quickly.
While you do that, I'm gonna grab my charger because my laptop is gonna die.
Everything
you're
else,
good, you're good.
I liked it because it was like funky.
This you didn't like the hook? Oh my god!
I don't like the hook.
Oh baby, I'ma put in work. I love
No,
that
no, no.
shit.
The actual hook, I don't like the guy's voice.
Oh, you don't like the vocal performance? That's not either of them, right? That's the feature. Tommy
No, that's the
Newport.
feature.
It works
I didn't
for
like
me.
that.
Jump scare.
I didn't like the dude's voice. Overall, I'm fine with it. It was just that.
Okay, hello,
Welcome back.
hello.
You're good. You're good.
He's returned.
Osmosis, dude, production crazy. Really like that one. Vocals at times for me were like a little boring, but then it picks back up, so it's okay.
Yeah,
At
my
least for
favorite
me.
part of Osmosis, as I mentioned before, I think that verse, that
last
rapping
one,
verse at the
yeah.
end, really sells me.
This
on
was
that
another
song.
one that even though this one was shorter, I think Osmosis came out to like 4 minutes. I feel like it didn't need to be.
They were all pretty long. I think the
Like-
shortest one was Put in Work, and it was like 3 minutes 45.
Osmosis is
Like
353.
Osmosis could have been a little shorter. It didn't have to be 4 minutes. And then Perfect Fantasy, I enjoyed, but that Snoop feature, I know you said you liked it, really pulled it down for me. I did not like that Snoop feature.
I'll be honest. I think that's fair. Most of the time, I don't like Snoop on a song.
I think
in the modern day.
Snoop just needs to
Snoop is not the
fucking
guy who
back
still
it up,
has
bro.
it. He's
got the
he's
bread,
lost it.
bro. You're good. Leave
lost
your
it.
legacy
Yeah.
as it is. Just stop. It was good. Like I said, 6.5. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Ethan, what are your thoughts?
I'm in the same boat as Dan for everything. I liked all
That's
of it.
fair. That's
I added
fair.
everything to my playlist except Blacklight. I don't know.
Really?
It wasn't my style. It was different than every other
That's
song.
fair.
In the
Expose your flaws, nothing wrong.
Like you can respect the fucking experimentation. You don't have to.
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
that's
Enjoy
true.
it.
That's true.
But it was
Yeah.
also it was the most like abstract out of all 5. Not I mean,
Yeah,
all
I think
four,
that's I
guess.
think that's why I liked it the most. To
I
be
think for me
honest.
too. That's
Um,
why I enjoyed it.
I don't have like a good memory of the Snoop Dogg, so I don't think I could have found it like that bad or that good. So I don't.
Yeah,
think
it wasn't
It
exceptional.
was just mid.
You know
And
what?
like everything
The-
else was really good.
The thing is, it was all right. Like it didn't, in my opinion, didn't harm the song, and I thought that was super notable because a lot of what I've heard from Snoop Dogg recently has been pretty shit.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
I
that's
just
a
don't
good
listen
thing
to Snoop
because
Dogg
like
features.
yeah, it didn't kill the song for me, so it couldn't have been that
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, no.
The only things I didn't add, I added everything except for Put in Work. Just because I really don't like that dude's voice.
Yeah, yeah.
But I can.
I love
it's
the
still a
bass
good
line
song.
on that song. The bass line on Put in Work
Yeah.
is so clean.
It's still a good song. It's just
Can I put
that
in
I don't know
work?
what about
Oh,
it
baby, I'ma put
annoys
in
me,
work.
but his voice is just not doing it for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
What else do we have?
Do we want to move on to one of our last 2 big projects?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is it,
Okay,
is
I
it
think-
a-
I think-
is it
Let's
the
I
do,
think-
can we do Mac and Cheese 5 first?
Yeah, we could do Mac and Cheese 5 first. French
Okay.
Montana's Mac and Cheese 5.
All
Do
right.
we want to go in the same order? Do we want to
Let's
snake it?
just
How do we...
well let's give ratings first, and then we'll just do notable things.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so my
Oh.
overall notes:
Sorry.
straight Duke all around. Great
Fair.
rappers featured. None of them could save a single song. 1.5.
Yeah. yeah.
1.5.
I gave it a 1.5.
1.5. Yeah. Yeah. I just wrote, "Fuck you." and I gave it a 2.
A 2, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's
Only because I'll get into it. There was one song that I was like, okay, if French Montana wasn't here, this would be good.
I think we're
There
talking
was
about the
multiple-
exact same
no,
thing.
No, there were multiple
We'll-
songs.
Yeah, but there was
no,
a specific
that was
one.
every song.
I agree with that with every song, but there was one where I literally wrote it down though. I want to see if
I
it's
think
the
I
same
did
one.
too.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I think it might be the same one. There were 3 songs that I was like, okay, all right. Still, fuck you. Never make
Yeah.
music again. But okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I gave it a 3 as a project.
Okay.
That's a little generous
It
in
is a
my
little
In my opinion, that's a little.
I mean, there are a few songs that I liked. We'll get into it.
I don't think
Really?
he's deserving any. Oh, there was one song that I actually
There were
genuinely.
2 songs I think that I generally
I
liked.
did not.
We'll get into it. What were your
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
like
yeah.
standout tracks
Okay.
from this album?
I will
Even-
note specifically "Too Fun." I believe that was the song with 4-1 with Kyle
Oh
and Jack
my
Carter.
fucking god!
Dog shit. That was the
Okay.
worst.
Horrible.
Okay,
That song was
I know.
terrible.
I know. I talked about it when we talked about Get Daddy from the Favi project.
Uh-huh.
How I was like, oh, this feels like he just was like, oh, 4-1, come on, let's go viral.
This was
I don't
literally
even think.
that.
I don't even think fucking French Montana thought this was gonna go viral.
No, there's no.
No.
He might, no, actually, no.
If he
probably
did, he's
was-
fucking delusional.
No, because he was delusional enough to drop this fucking tape.
Yeah, that's true. He was delusional enough to make 5 albums called Mac and Cheese.
I also noted that the last 38 seconds of the Rick Ross verse on Splash Brothers was good, but the entire other 3.5 minutes of that song was complete shit. So I didn't add it to my playlist. I also noted that
let me
the
look
intro was terrible.
Fuck
with the same
intro.
start.
The intro was so fucking ass, bro.
And he's like doing the he's like ad-libbing like the top where he's like Mac and Cheese 5.
And then there's just no.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut
Shut up!
Okay, there's a bunch of news snippets in the intro, right? Like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's an intro. Do news snippets. You get into the second
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
You get into the second song. Then there's a minute-long news snippet in the second song.
Like, bro, you've already established this.
Yeah. So the song that I specifically said good if French Montana is not on the song is Where They At with Kanye West and West Side.
Yes! West Side Gun, my king!
But
And honestly, I'll be honest, the West Side
Look at
Gun verse.
Kanye wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean Kanye was hardly even there. Let's be real.
that's the only
I
song
mean-
I added.
But it wasn't bad.
The
West Side
hook
Gun
was
verse,
like, I'm not mad at it.
yeah, no, the West Side Gun verse was, by his standards, I didn't love it, but it was still good. It was not
Yeah.
good for West Side Gun though.
I mean,
and then
it was
French
it
Montana
was good
was there,
for
and
a fucking French Montana anything.
oh, it was 100% the best song on the project, but I still didn't like
Oh,
it.
really?
I literally
I mean,
wrote, because you said you wrote it. Here, go, Ethan. I'll say after.
I think my best song, not because like I didn't like any of them. There wasn't a single song that I liked. I really liked the beat and Lil Baby on OK. I don't know why.
Yeah, I wrote
it down. The beat was so good for that song.
I
The
forgot
beat
that I wrote
switch for
this.
me was good.
I forgot that I wrote this. My only note for OK was almost good.
Yeah, no, I thought like they was so close
French
to being
Montana?
actually good.
The first beat, because it had like a little switch, did not work for French. But the little beat switch, it took his verse from like a 0 to like a 0.2. I was like, okay, this works better. And like
Yeah.
maybe I'm overhating, but maybe you should stop making music.
I think Bryson Tiller did extremely well in the song he was
Bryson
Yeah, I was
Tiller
just gonna say,
cooked.
I want to kill a couple of my highest praises on my notes here, where I wrote, on Praise God, I wrote, not even Jid can save this tape.
Oh my god,
On-
dude!
I think
I
Jid
saw
was
Jid. I was
underwhelming.
like, okay.
Yeah, the Jid verse
he
was not great.
He probably didn't want to
The-
do
on-
it.
Yeah, probably not. On Money Ain't a Thing, I wrote Dirk.
Probably didn't.
I wrote Dirk did solid.
Yeah,
On Fake Friends, I wrote Bryson Tiller was okay.
I thought he was pretty good.
liked
I liked
it.
it a lot.
I liked
And
it, dude.
the only time I complimented French Montana in the entire thing was for Made It in USA. I said his flow at the start was pretty decent.
Yeah,
That's the only time I
I wrote,
complimented him.
yeah, this is Cheeks.
Yeah.
I thought where would I write this note? Oh, Jen Carter. Oh my god, she was horrible. One
Oh
of
my
probably
God.
the
So
worst
bad on this
feature on the
project.
song.
It was so bad.
So
She was like, "Yeah, it's Jen." I was like,
Yeah.
Jen,
It's
she
so
gave me the
bad.
wop.
It was pissing me off every time. I was
She
like,
get
I was
in
like, I was
band,
like, how does French
like,
Montana just get like 3 drill people pretty much and fuck up a song this bad?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was rough.
So the songs I liked on this project, I had
Plural.
Where They At.
Where They
Yeah,
At.
okay. I had Where They At, Fake Friends, just because I liked Bryson Tiller's part. And surprisingly, although it is not a good song, I think it worked. Keep in mind, this is French Montana. I could fucking piss in his mouth and it'll work for his vocals.
Yeah.
Other Side, the beat in terms of style,
Let me see what
I think
wrote.
works for him.
Other Side, I wrote
Overall, the
French
beat, it was
light
kind of
skin
slow.
with these lyrics. That's what I.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Other Side was among the many songs that I didn't even think was worth writing notes for.
Other
He
Side.
put a meme at the end.
Yeah, he did.
Wait, which
Other-
one was it? I only listened to this project once. I'm assuming you guys did too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he put a meme at the end. I'm trying to. I don't remember.
I'll go. I have it open. I'll listen to it right now.
He was like, there was so many lyrics that were mad light skin. I think he was just talking about
it was
females
low.
the
It
whole
was a
time.
light skin ass. It was a light skin ass song.
Uh-huh.
But-
Also, I don't like his voice.
No,
just in
No,
general.
I don't
Oh,
either. But the
I have
beat was
big
like the beat
critiques.
was slow. The beat was like it was like ba ba. It was chill. I was like, okay, obviously he's fucking sucks, but
In my
it kind of works.
In my notes, there are 3 instances of me writing that he was either
Oh,
offbeat or
that's what he
fighting the
put!
beat. He was fighting the beat.
Yeah.
There were multiple
yeah.
songs where he was just literally like completely off.
Yep.
Yeah. He put the fucking I'm thugged out, but I just seen a motherfucking rainbow.
Yeah.
I ain't that motherfucking thugged out. That shit beautiful than a motherfucker. That's what he put.
It's so weak, bro.
I did not know the meme says this. My baby mama probably at the end of that bitch with her
Yeah.
gold digging
Gold
ass.
digging ass.
No, yo, the skit got me tight, bro.
Skit,
With the
was it
fucking
Back in
Maroon
Style?
guy.
Oh, that one. Yeah, no, that got me real. That was so stupid. It's because
Yeah, my sister leaked mac and cheese 4.
the whole.
Oh, I
Shut
thought,
the fuck up!
No,
no
I
one's
thought,
leaking that shit.
I
I thought
liked
that
it.
was I thought it was funny.
It was
because
funny.
that's not just that wasn't like scripted. That was literally from French Montana being on that. His name's Cudi.
Yeah, that's
that
his
was
name.
that was from French Montana.
Was it
Montana
Cooge?
being
I
on a
thought it
show.
sounded like it.
Yeah, that's
No, I knew by the voice it was immediately
Yep.
him. I just forgot his name.
yeah. It was Cooge on a show that he does with rappers for Rap TV that only has 2 installments. Where he did one with French Montana, and earlier he did one with Quavo.
No, I had.
Like
I
it
fucking
was
note.
funny being like, dude, what is this?
Bro. What song was it? Someone else go for a
No.
second. I need to figure out what I was gonna say. 'cause
I mean,
lost it.
I'll rattle off a couple of other things
Oh
that
my
I wrote
God.
down. I wrote down "Ride the Wave." All I wrote was "Super Dookie." For the second to last track, I wrote, "Why is there an interlude this late?"
Yo,
Yes.
I wrote the same shit.
I have it too.
Back in
but
style.
I
Why
thought
is the
the-
interlude at the end of the fucking album?
I thought it was kind of good because he actually switched to something that he could work with instead of rapping.
I said
I
the
didn't
singing
like it.
is.
The singing was good.
surprisingly
compared to the
tough.
Rapping. Yeah, I wrote the same.
I said compared to the intro, I don't like the second beat as much. But the singing was pretty good. It
Yeah,
was okay.
I wrote he's much more better at more sing rapping.
He's
than
better at.
actually
That's the only
Yeah,
reason I
he's
like
better at
Other Side
melodic
because he
rap.
wasn't really rapping. He was doing like melodic rap,
I did.
Yeah.
and like that works for him compared to straight
And
up rap.
also, I would just like to note this for the outro documentary. All I wrote was, "What is this shit?"
I just wrote, what?
It was really long.
It was
It
really
was
long.
so long. The longer thing was how I felt like I had lived an entire lifetime,
By the time you finished
and
the
I
album.
was only on Splash Brothers.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh my
It
god,
was
yeah.
miserable to
Also,
listen to.
Yo.
how does a song like "Stand United" even happen? How does Kanye get on a song and it is that bad?
It's so bad.
No,
Holy
I have
shit.
something to talk about. I remember what I wanted to say now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There are probably like if you take every track and like copy and paste lyrics, first of all, there's probably like 100 different lyrics about him talking about making it either out of Morocco or out of like the slums in New York,
Out of the Bronx, yeah.
and that he's Moroccan. He says he's Moroccan like at least like 50 different times, and it's even
and
the album
he talks
cover.
about the fact that he's the biggest
The biggest African
artist in his country.
No,
And I mean,
yo,
you can't make it more obvious besides he has the Moroccan flag across his whole
Flag
face
on
in
his
the album.
face.
Yeah.
He is so. He's
like
as
Logic.
like obnoxious about the fact. I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say he's as obnoxious about being Moroccan as Logic is about being light skinned. Holy shit,
bro, nah. He got me tight when he was like,
holy shit.
when Hove was gone, I had the city on
Yes.
lock for a
Oh
decade.
my god.
You
he
did.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, he mentions, I wrote it too. He mentions that he worked.
D1
He's like, oh, I worked with
capper.
Kanye. I work with Hove. He just keeps mentioning people he worked with.
Yo.
Because he can't make a good song.
No, when he said that, I thought about the fucking Chance the Rapper. I work with Kanye West. I will never fail. That same energy.
French Montana, mind you, I have about 3,100 songs in my All the Music I Like playlist. He shows up twice, and I bet your
It's a
first
sin
guess,
that he even shows up.
No. You'll understand. No Stylist
Yeah.
and the Bugatti remix
The only song I've ever listened
by
to
Ace Hood and DJ Khaled
French.
and like
that I
everybody.
enjoyed from him was and it's not even that great. Lockjaw with Kodak.
I have
I
No
don't even know if
Stylist
I know that song.
and Brother Man by ASAP Rocky. That just happened to has French Montana as
Okay.
a feature. I don't have a single song that's actually made by him. And I have
How many of
Longevity.
the artists on this project do you think wanted to be on this project?
I don't think any. I think he took out loans to get
Kyle
some of these
Rich.
features.
No, I think Kanye is delusional. I think Kanye's
Jen Carter was like,
delusional.
"Oh my god, French
Yeah.
Montana."
I think Kanye was delusional enough to be excited to be on this album twice.
That is true. He had two
Yeah.
features. That's
Yeah.
kind
I didn't even realize he was on it twice. I just knew
I
that-
like to think of it
Cause Stand
Like-
United was so ass.
like the where they at shit. I like to think of it like how like the example I'll think of is like X. How like they have like unfinished songs and they just slap features on it. Like,
Yeah,
they found a random song where Kanye said "Where they at" in like 4 bars.
yeah, and they
He's
probably
"Yeah,
found
give
a
me
fucking
that.
they
Give
probably
me
found
that.
a fucking scrapped verse from West Side Gun and threw it on there because it wasn't
Probably.
very, it
No,
wasn't a
No,
very
dude,
strong verse.
That's literally like it's literally
that's
like a fucking
crazy.
posthumous album.
Because West Side Gun's verse sounds like a leftover that never needed to be released, and yet it is still the best verse on the album.
I think I have a
Yeah,
statement that
that's
can just
insane.
wrap up this whole segment.
Go ahead.
The song Goals, French Montana isn't in the song for the first 2 and like minutes and 20 seconds, and then has like a 30-second verse. It's his album. He wasn't on Goals. The feature was the first 2 minutes.
Goals was the one with like
Yeah.
the singing, right?
Yeah, he like
Oh yeah, it was Jeremiah.
Jeremiah
yeah.
was singing for 2 minutes straight before I literally
I-
noted it.
And it
like,
wasn't even that good.
I literally
It
It
wrote
wasn't even good.
this feature aside. At this point, anything is better than hearing French Montana again.
Yes, bro, that's so true.
But
which
he
sums
like
up the whole project. I think.
Yeah, Jeremiah's singing wasn't even like I didn't enjoy it, but it was like I enjoyed the break of hearing French Montana's voice.
yeah.
Cause I hate him. Like he is one of my least favorite rappers now. Like
It's like
after
being
this
in the
came out.
desert and like fucking drinking your piss after eating sand for a month. It's like
It's
neither of them are an
masochism.
enjoyable.
Listening to
fucking
this
process.
album is masochism.
Yeah.
You will not let, regardless if you are a French Montana fan, leave. Get out
Dude.
of this podcast.
So Gabe, my roommate, fucking we were doing like he's like a media study major, so we were helping him shoot a short film that he has to do for his class.
Fire
We're
short
sitting
film.
there, I'm sitting behind the camera with my friend Herman, and we're talking. I look at him, I'm like, bro, I was like, yo, you know the podcast I told you about earlier? I have to listen to the fucking French Montana album. He was like, how many are you in? I was like, bro, I'm only like 4 in. This shit is so ass. And like every break that we would take after a take, bro, I'd look at him, I'd be like, this is so dog shit, bro.
When I tell for our viewers and listeners, we are doing like this is like the Marines, the brave, how brave we are. This is like we are doing work more brave than the Marines.
That's a fucking
all three of
crazy
us.
comparison.
We all sat through
The
20
Marines.
We sat through 21
Dude,
tracks
if you've gone
of French
to war,
Montana.
You've listened to French Montana.
Yes. Well, I guess it would be the other way. If you've listened to French Montana, you've gone to war.
Yeah.
Please subscribe or follow if you're on Spotify.
Because I don't want to listen to that shit again.
And we will if it comes out again.
I need to do this and gain something.
Yes, please.
All I've experienced is loss.
We listen to this is literally we listen to it so you don't have to. Please, for not even just for your sake, for my sake, do not listen to this mixtape.
I don't.
So
please.
Bad.
I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Like,
yeah, it is rough.
like imagine like you get
rough.
kidnapped and you're like, oh my god, I'm about to get like waterboarded and beat.
Oh, you know the fucking
and
clip where
they
it's
grab
like
some headphones and they put it on and it's just Stand United. No,
you know like the clips where it's like somebody reacting to like getting a death sentence and it says I sentence you to 10 minutes of Valorant and then it has that video. I sentence you to listen to Mac and Cheese 5.
no! Oh my god! Fucking just end it. I'd just cease. Holy shit!
Do we want to move on?
I think we can.
Yeah, let's get the dog shit out of the way.
The dog
well, we're not really getting it out of the way.
That's true. That's fair.
But
Alright.
we're moving on to INSANO Nitro Mega.
All right.
Which was initially supposed to be like a deluxe to INSANO, but it seems to be more so of like a sequel.
Just
and like
yeah,
just put
pretty
some
much.
like leftovers out there probably. I guess
Scraps.
we'll just go in the same order, give our thoughts, and then talk about some specific notes that we had. So what I wrote down was I can see for many of these songs why they were rejects for INSANO. A lot
Yeah.
of basic and boring skips. 3 for 18 is a yikes. I gave it a 3.5 out of
That's
10.
18
That's
is
fair.
crazy.
I enjoyed INSANO significantly more as an album.
Yeah, okay. So I gave it I originally gave it a 4. That's a little
Okay.
generous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Ooh,
Okay.
I am
So-
very different than both of you.
I
Really?
wrote this guy has lost his fucking mind. This is
I feel like
so
okay, that's a
I
little bit
didn't-
of an
I didn't-
exaggeration.
I didn't listen to INSANO in full, but from what I listened to, again, I can see why these weren't on the album. But like if they were rejected,
For
why
some
are
of
you
them.
going to release them?
How do you know they
Still.
were rejected, my brother?
Like they seem
I mean,
like
not
shit that
all of them, but
they seem like this didn't make it on the
they,
album.
they're like West Side Gun's verse on
But,
Mac
like-
and Cheese 5.
Yeah. Like there's some good beats. I'll be honest, there's some good beats within this.
And there are
There's
some good songs.
There are
and there's some good songs. But like he feels like for a lot of these he's not even trying. Like he comes in and
I
he
get what
does
you're
like
saying.
he does like a verse that sounds like he did the entire song in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He was just like he did a verse, it's fine. Put it on the album.
Yeah.
It was like it sounds like he just was like zooted out of his fucking mind.
Well, he probably
that's
was just-
him. Like, I don't know.
That's very on brand for Kid Cudi.
Just
Yeah.
I know, but like to an extent that he's never even reached. And he just came in and just said some shit and was like, it's good. Like, it's awful. Like, at least to what I heard from the actual original INSANO, it's bad.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a 3. Just
What do you
because
think?
I cannot physically say this is better than the Favi album.
You don't think it's better than the 5 album?
I think it's better than the 5e album personally.
I think they're on the same
But
level.
actually, if I think it's better than the 5e album, why do I have it at a 3.5?
That's what I'm gonna say. You guys are very harsh.
Yeah, no, I'm being
I think they're on the same
inconsistent.
level
I don't think
of
we were-
trash.
Matt, you have it.
I know you have
equal
I know you
with
have
the
that
5e
spreadsheet.
album.
I know you
I
have
think
that.
they're on the same level of trash.
I know you have that spreadsheet, Ethan. Swap 5e to a 3.5 and
That's fair.
INSANO Nitro Mega to a 4. I liked it more. I think it's saying it's on par with Vultures for me is probably fair because a lot of the skips I really didn't like, but the songs that I'm coming back to and really enjoying. But I'm coming back to the songs that I'm liking on Nitro Mega already. I've come back to them more times than a lot of the songs that I like on
That's
Vultures.
fair.
But there's
Yeah,
also less of them.
I could-
so I
I could
think
say-
putting them tied at a 4 is fair for me.
That's fair. That is fair to say. I'll give it a 4. That's what I had it at originally.
All right.
Yeah, I'll say
Yeah,
4.
upon further thought.
I'm giving it a 5.3 because there are 6 songs. He's up and out.
What?
As if a 4 is that different than a 5,
What?
pretty much.
Yo, what is this guy talking about?
Just let him talk.
He doesn't even have his headphones on.
3? Ain't no way.
Matt, you're
Let him
freaking
cook.
out. You give it a
Ain't
4. I give it a
5
5.
is crazy.
It's a point. It's only
a
1 point.
4 is the threshold
Nah.
that this album should be at.
For you, I added 6
That's
songs
fair, that's
to
fair.
my playlist, and for the most part, I think all of them were listenable. Like it wasn't like no,
Oh
they
yeah,
weren't
I
great.
didn't think any of them
Fucking
were
dumb
complete
fire.
dog shit. Actually, well, there's one, but I'll get to that.
Yeah. But there were. I think one of my favorite songs of the year so far is on this.
I think I know what song it is because one
Say
of my
it.
favorite songs of the year so far is also on this. Would it be the intro, Human Made?
Oh, well, that's one of them. There's another song that I thought was
Oh, okay.
absolutely fire. Yeah, no,
All
Human
right,
Made was added.
Go ahead though. Go ahead, though.
Electrowave Baby 2.0 was
No way!
sick.
That's the one song that
No.
I was gonna say is a complete skip.
How you just don't listen to
Yeah,
like
no,
that
I-
kind of music. I
No,
fucking
I way prefer the original Electrowave Baby.
I just fuck with like the EDM like house beat.
I don't like EDM.
I do. I can respect it.
I like
Okay,
some.
then that
I like
makes sense.
some.
The
house.
beat drop on that song was sick.
I thought the riser was so corny though.
Yeah, a little bit, but still. It was mad good. It had me hyped up for the beat drop.
I like the original version of Electrowave Baby from INSANO quite a bit more. And I don't even love that song in particular to start with. So the club remix didn't do it for me personally.
Nah, it felt like some shit I'd hear in a Fortnite edit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually
Like
very true.
I can enjoy some like house EDM shit. This was not hitting it for me.
No.
Cause like I was exposed to a lot of that because of my brother.
I guess we can touch on some of our more specific notes. I already mentioned one of my favorite songs of the year already, Human Made.
Yeah.
Human Made, I can
our
admit-
second song.
Human Made started it off strong.
You didn't like where it went in the end?
No, I'm saying in terms of the
Oh, you're saying it
album.
started. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I was very upset that this was the intro because it set my expectations way high. Because I didn't.
That's
have
what I'm
them set
saying.
high.
Fair.
It set my expectations, and then nothing topped Human Made for me. I think our second song that we're discussing on the podcast that came out this year that samples One More Hour by Tame Impala, and I think it does it as masterfully as Bandit does. It works very well. And the way that the beat kind of evolves without fully changing, just taking out some elements while keeping some consistent through the whole thing and then adding. I just really like how that worked for me. And this is one of my favorite songs from New Music Friday, for sure. I really liked Human Made. Let's see, what else do I have here? I did note specifically that I thought Electrowave Baby 2.0 was a corny, goofy sounding club song. But
I'm into it.
Chunky, I thought had a really cool beat, but everything else was kind of mid about it.
I wrote fire beat, not much besides that.
Okay, look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that.
I like the
Big
beat,
agreement
yes.
on that.
I like the next
Um,
song, Babe and I don't know. It was up my alley still.
I thought it was it wasn't notable for me.
It was
at
just chill.
least.
Like chill beat.
No, I
chill
like Babe
sound.
and I.
For
I like the
Will-
percussion on Babe and I.
With Willis, I wrote "This One Is Cheeks," and it happened to go on for 4 whole
Yeah,
minutes.
I think that there's that and like Win or Lose were 2 of my lowest rated songs.
Yeah, one thing that I
God.
really I don't get is how the Pusha T song and the Lil Yachty song were leftovers.
The little
Because those songs were very good in my opinion.
don't
I
really
think
like
they would
Lil
have.
Yachty.
I
I
think they
didn't
would
like.
have fit
I thought
very
Yachty
well.
did good.
Yeah, that's literally. I added it to my playlist because of Yachty. I didn't like Kid Cudi on that song.
Let
I
me tell
literally
you,
wrote
I have a bar
Yachty
from
hard
that song.
carry. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah?
That's all I wrote.
Yachty comes
what was
in.
that, Ethan?
I have a bar from this song that I thought was great.
Oh, okay.
Yachty comes
Okay.
in. He says, "Let me in your thighs, swim to your brain," and then he ad libs with Michael Phelps. And I
That-
heard
I didn't
that,
even
I was
realize
like,
the
yeah,
ad
that's
lib.
elite.
Awesome. I don't think there will ever be a thigh
I
bar.
think his voice works
Yeah.
much better with that than it.
I
Cudi's
agree.
did.
I don't think there will ever be a thigh bar that surpasses Jid's fried chicken. I'm licking her thigh, then I put my face in her breast. I took a drive to my plug on the west side of Atlanta. You know the song. That
No, I
bar
think-
is crazy to
what's
me. Dance now.
No, not that. I'm thinking there's another bar that I can like vividly think of, but I'm missing it.
About thighs.
Oh, where he I forget who it is, but he's like, shout out to all the soldiers who died in the service. I dive it in her cervix.
Oh yeah, I dive in her cervix. I think that was.
Who the fuck said that?
I want to say Young Thug. That's something Young Thug would say.
I think it might have been.
I think it was Young Thug.
I'll look.
I'll just look
while
up
you
I
guys
dive
continue
in
to
her
discuss.
cervix.
2 Chainz.
Yeah, 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that bar
No,
is elite.
that's a bar.
I noted specifically I really did not like I Just Wanna Get. I said the features are dookie and ruin an already mid song.
Who was featured on that? I didn't write much about.
I think it was. I believe. That was one with
random ass people. Lazy Bone,
yeah,
Crazy Bone.
Lazy Bone and Crazy Bone. Yeah.
What do you think about Dose of Dopeness? What'd you write?
I actually didn't write anything for that song.
Oh,
I thought
I
it was
liked
just
it.
like, eh.
I like the clap beat and then I wrote.
I wrote that I like the beat.
Yeah, the ending, counting down, and then going into Rocket was pretty cool.
That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. The only songs that I added to my playlist were Human Made, Everybody Liked, the one with Pusha, and Round and Round, the one with Yachty. And that one I only added.
I only
Because of
did.
the
I
audio.
only added Human Made to a playlist. I have other liked songs, but that was the only one I added to a playlist.
But I feel like the skips on this, again, like in comparison to an album like Vultures, I don't think they make me as miserable to listen as a lot of the songs on Vultures do.
Yeah, I could listen to this again, but
Like I could listen through this album and not
want to
hate
kill
it,
myself.
But again, it wasn't phenomenal.
Yeah.
I might contemplate. killing
I mean,
myself.
I'm not going to, for the record. I'm just saying I could.
This might make me do it.
Nah, you're bugging. French Montana. We go listen to that again.
That's true. That's true. I just don't think I'm gonna come back to anything besides Human Made.
Can we okay, I think we make a deal on for this podcast. One of
Yeah.
two things. Whenever French Montana drops a mixtape or a project, we have to
We're
do
not
one of two
listening.
things. This is up to you. Either we do not listen to it
Group
deliberately,
listen.
or
Group listen would actually
okay,
be tough.
yes, that's a great idea, or we dedicate an episode to shitting on it.
Can I just do a
We could,
20-minute
we could.
skit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Add it as the trailer on Spotify.
Until we get
At some
shit
point
on
during
and it's
during
good.
the summer, while we all have a
That's
decent
true.
amount of free time, I'm thinking it would be pretty cool if we streamed live on Twitch, New Music Friday reactions, and then put that on the channel
could do
separate
that.
from our
That'd be
weekly
tough.
episodes.
Yeah,
I think
that'd
that would
be fine.
cool.
And then we'd actually discuss.
We'd
the
actually
pod.
discuss it
Yeah, that'd be valid. I'm done.
in depth. I think that would be cool. It's something that I thought about doing now, but I feel like just scheduling wise, it would be
All right.
a pain in the ass. So we could wait.
Is
until the
that
summer.
everyone's thoughts though for INSANO or Nitro Mega?
I think I've gotten through my thoughts on the Nitro Mega
Now.
version of this project.
Let's talk about something that is actually good.
Do you perhaps mean Pinata?
Yeah.
I listened to this earlier today.
Let's start
And
with
I
the
wrote
out of
Pinata.
tens.
Oh
I wrote my overall notes.
Okay.
These are the longest overall notes I've written for an album
I
yet.
think it's actually
we
the
don't
same.
have a lot to base it off of. I wrote. I'll just read it off my notes because it's easier. Awesome production and flows all around. Some tracks have too much going on after the rapping ends. Minor sameness, but it doesn't hurt too bad because the sound is generally pretty good and the songwriting is very strong. Some tracks have beats and flows that don't really work together, so I don't love all of them. But overall, I really enjoyed this album, and I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
8. That's higher than I expected.
Fair.
I really
Really?
liked it. I really liked it.
I wrote that this is an incredible gangster rap album, and it's a refreshing take on it due to the production.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
we have.
I really like, because, you're not thinking of, Madlib beats when you're thinking of gangster rap.
Oh, yeah,
from a
100%.
general standpoint.
It's like having someone like... I don't know how to describe it, but it's like trying to get... who's like a help me think of another gangster rapper for this analogy.
Just in general.
Just in general, any.
Dude, just do like
Tupac,
a drill
I
rapper.
don't know.
Do like fucking. Yeah.
Imagine
you can do Tupac.
okay.
Do like Chief
No,
Keef
that works too well. Yeah, imagine Chief Keef on
on a Mad Lib beat.
I was gonna say on like the Alchemist production.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine.
Honestly, that would probably go hard though. But anyway,
Yeah,
Chief
maybe.
Keef has it in his bag.
I don't know. I don't know if Chief Keef could do it.
maybe.
But,
Well, we'd have to see.
I didn't think about it, but you saying it makes me think about it. There were some times where like, cause he does like kind of like skit spoken word shit on the end of some of the songs, like the one.
And
I could
on a
think
couple of the songs, the instrumental drags out for
Yeah,
for
but like the one
over
I
a
could think
minute.
of immediately because it's probably the one I've come back to the most, like Robes. He does like the weird skit with like the fucking like disgusting beat.
And he
I'm
did
and
like
it's like- it's like
the
a minute
remix
and
of
a half.
TLC. Don't
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
chasing waterfalls. You stick to the dicks and the balls that you're
That you
used to.
to.
I wrote trolley ending kind of kills the song. Skip advised.
Yeah,
Just for the ending, not the whole song.
the ending.
Wait,
yeah.
for which
like
song?
like today
Robes.
for Robes. For
Oh
Robes.
no, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I
didn't
know. I
listen
wrote
to
that.
it
I
too
wrote
much.
trolley ending,
I think
but I just
in
said, like,
casual listening
Yeah.
though, like today I was on the
I'm
bus
skipping
listening
after
to
the
it.
rapping.
I skipped
is
it
done.
after that.
Yeah.
But I wrote very high highs. The lows are like not really lows in terms of like what you would think of.
yeah.
Like I said, I already touched about it. I was like, refreshing take on gangster rap. The highs feel almost untouchable at some points. I'm
That's
giving
real.
it a 9.
Oh my god.
Wow. I
I
respect it.
really liked it.
It was
besides
very good.
this, the only like Freddie Gibbs I really got into was the other Madlibs project, Bandana. I had listened to Crime Pays. And I really liked Crime Pays.
I've only listened to a few Freddie Gibbs songs before this, so I'm very happy.
Yeah,
that
me
this
too.
was
But
your
like when I
pick.
think of Freddie Gibbs, that's the one I always think of. I really like Crime Pays.
Ethan, your camera moved and now you were hardly in frame. Just
Oh.
thought I would let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, got you.
But
I was looking at my notes.
I'm giving it a 9. Ethan, what are your thoughts?
I have it at a 7.9 because I was trying to branch out.
That's fair.
And I wrote, I'll give you my, I wrote like a little thing at the end. I wrote gangster rap on Madlib production, which I have never heard, and it's very good. The whole album is
Yeah.
wild production with great beats and very good rapping.
Yeah.
I can respect
That's a
teetering
good
on
summary.
8. Yeah, very good summary of the album. What were you
Yeah.
guys' standout tracks for you?
I want to specifically note on something that is a much smaller minority, being the skips.
Yeah.
Out of the
Yeah.
entire
That's true. How
album,
many skips did you guys have?
not including Watts because that was not a song, and not including
Uh-huh.
the intro because that was technically not a song. This one surprised me. I was disappointed with this, but Bomb with Raekwon, I did not particularly love.
What track
Really?
was that? What number?
Six.
I think like
Okay, yeah,
6.
And then Real and Uno back to back, I also didn't particularly love. I mean, I can give my specific
I
notes
can
as to
understand
why that's the case,
Bomb.
though.
I didn't like Raekwon.
Yeah, I think for Bomb, it wasn't as exciting as the past tracks, and it was just kind of a pretty typical flow from Freddie Gibbs on
That's
one
fair.
of the less notable beats on the album.
I like the beat. I really like the beat.
And
The little intro sequence, I wasn't
Yeah.
a huge fan of.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, I did enjoy.
With Real and Uno, it was pretty much the same idea, except with Uno, I particularly did not enjoy the hook very much at all. The beats, none of them are really particularly bad, but some of them are less exciting than others. On Real, I thought the flows were okay, but nothing crazy. So again, in comparison, it paled in comparison to the rest of the album, so I didn't love it as much. And then with Uno, I think the instrumental and the hook were kind of killing it for me because they were definitely worse than what we had been hearing before.
I like the
But
instrumental.
Freddie Gibbs' flows were still pretty on point. That's all I have to say
Yeah.
negative. Do you
Yeah.
want to just like go
I
all the
can go
negatives and then all the
too.
positives?
I rated everything like I was doing individual song ratings again. Everything was over like a 7 flat besides Real and Uno, which are the same two Dan said. And then I didn't
yeah.
really like Nyx either.
I
Really?
really like Nick.
I did actually like Nyx.
I just didn't write anything. I wrote that it was okay.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
To each their own at the end of the day. But yeah, I really like Nyx.
I thought that the 4-track run from Robes down to Nyx in terms of the instrumental was elite. Actually, all the way down to Shame. The
I was
five
gonna
in
say
a row,
even Shame.
all back to back to back to back to back to back. Smooth, buttery ass fucking instrumentals, and I
Bro.
loved how all of them were.
Shame's instrumental.
Yeah.
I think
Oh
Shame
my-
is the highest rating I have here. Actually,
I guess
No.
I'll
Close to
we can go with that really quickly. Favorite song for each of us. Mine, easily is High.
hmm
I loved that song. Freddie's he's snapping on the verse right off the rip, and Danny Brown's verse went crazy too. And then like the swap to it being more calm, just like instantly after Danny Brown's verse ended. So
didn't-
clean.
I like
I
the
love that
song.
song.
I wasn't a big fan of Danny Brown.
Me neither.
Really. I guess it's different for me because I'm used to his voice at this point.
I haven't listened
Yeah,
to
I
like
haven't
any
listened
of him.
to enough
Yeah.
of him to get used to
Yeah, I'm used to his voice, so now when I hear it,
I'm
it's not really a
exposed to him.
factor.
it. I don't know if it's his song or if it's like a feature. It's like Dance in the Water or some shit.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I was exposed to him because he's he's one of the radio hosts in GTA 5. So I'm exposed to him through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dance in the Water by Danny Brown. I knew that. Like I've been exposed to him, but not enough to like really get into his voice yet. Which is why I have to figure out either like on my own time or if we do it for like an album a week. I want to listen to Scare in the Hose.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely.
Well,
we should
if you're-
totally touch on that.
it could
as
be
an
your
album
pick
of the
this
week.
week.
That's true.
Um,
For me,
I want to.
my
Oh
skips.
no, you go ahead.
I kind of. I mean, maybe I'm not remembering. Probably I'm gonna listen. I can understand not liking Real. I have it on one of my playlists, not the main one.
Okay.
But I can understand it being like a weak point. The main songs I didn't like. I liked Uno. I didn't like Watts.
That's an inner.
Are we? Yeah, that's fair. But besides Watts and Supplier, I didn't like Scarface. Actually,
yeah, that's fair.
Really?
maybe it's because I wasn't
like
getting into the
Scarface.
mood yet, and then later on I was like fully engulfed.
Yeah.
in it, kind of.
That's very possible. Like if you were,
Which like
if you were
it
to like
really
return to it
happened
after.
for me like with Deeper, which was right after.
I love Deeper.
Scarface. Deeper
Yeah,
was so
Deeper
good.
was really good.
And
Here you go.
for Deeper, just while we're on it, we can just make this
Mhm.
quick. I have a note that says very similar to Slummer, which is a great comparison to
Yep.
get.
I literally noted one of the last bars when he found out the baby ain't his. That cut an N-word deep.
Yeah, no, it was,
Very
yeah.
similar theme.
the whole story was like the same too. I was like, damn, I just listened
Yeah.
to something exactly like this.
I do
and
have
it
to
was one
say,
of my favorites.
in comparison, I
Not
think
as good.
Slumber beats it
Well,
out, but it's still a very good song.
It was
in my
very
opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, for me.
For anybody who hasn't seen our past episodes, Slumber is from Killer Mike's album Michael,
From
which we
Michael,
tackled
yeah.
in episode 2.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The first one was talking about the Grammys.
Yeah.
For me, I didn't like Scarface, like I said. I didn't like High just because I don't think I'm used to Danny Brown's voice yet. I think everything else on that was good. I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't like Shitsville.
I liked
It was such a fun song.
I liked it.
I just didn't like the beat for me.
Really, I specifically noted that I really liked it.
Let me go check my notes. I think, yeah, I put that the production was like a bust.
I did
thing.
also say though, I also did note I like this one more so for the lyrics than the
Yes,
sound.
they were so good
Yeah.
and funny.
The lyrics were devious.
They were hilarious.
But I
Welcome
wasn't
to
really feeling the
Shitsville.
beat. And then I didn't like Real. Everything else was low-key a hit for me.
That's fair. I also
Especially
wanna
like
point
you were
out-
saying, the run from Robes to Shame.
Yeah, I wanted to
That
point out
chunk.
Lakers.
Oh my god. Lakers was so
Lakers
good.
is one of my favorites on the entire thing.
Lakers
and
probably is my
Absol.
favorite.
Oh my god, Absol.
For my favorite is probably between
Absol's verse was so good. on
Lakers or honestly, if we're not including the fucking little outro, Robes.
I also loved the instrumental on Shame, like the violin.
Yeah.
Oh my
the
god,
rip.
and the little beanie, beanie.
Yep.
Oh my god.
For my favorite.
And
Oh.
yeah, go ahead.
For Matt, what'd you say? You said your favorite was
For me,
what?
it's probably between Lakers or Robes, but honestly, fucking Shame wasn't even in my mind. I'd probably pick Shame.
I think
over
mine
Robes, so
is like
probably between Lakers and Shame.
Shame, Robes, or like I really liked Harold's. I don't know why. It was just I really liked it.
Harold, let me listen back.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
I don't
was
know
good.
why. It was like one of my favorites for no reason. It wasn't like
Bro,
better
the
than anything
beat.
else, but it just was so good. I
The
think it's
beat was so fucking smooth.
Broken Turn rapping into just about like a random chicken shack into something so good.
Yeah.
Dude,
I guess I
that
want to go
too.
through
The
a
beat on
couple of-
Broken was a fucking big one for me.
I want to go through some of the bars that I wrote down from some of
Yeah.
these. So for Thuggin', great song.
Oh my God.
I noted that he said, "Might just take a loss, but bitch, I'd rather take my chances." That was tough. Also, I wrote a pretty long one in Broken. Yeah, I remember this. In Broken, he said, "Money rule the world, but when you dead, that shit's irrelevant. Fingers numb from coke I sell. Don't vote, but I'm for presidents."
Yeah, I do remember.
Bar.
That bar was tough. I also like the Scarface feature on Broken. Broken, I think it was just one of the
Nah,
top
dude.
songs for me.
The one that was so fucking Freddie Gibbs, you're so fucking cute, bro, for this bar. Bro, in Robes when he was like the smiling faces keep me motivated. I got plenty fans, but I ain't nothing without my haters.
That's
a
real.
bar, dude.
Yeah, no, I have bars
You
too.
know what they say? Hating is the most
Peak
is the
hating.
most extreme form of flattery.
That means French Montana would not have a career without me.
Yeah, I have 3 bars.
Without any of us, and hopefully
Without
all
any
of our viewers. and
without any
listeners.
person on the planet.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
3 bars. No, first one on Shame. He says, "Like I stepped on a banana and fell in that pussy." That's a great bar.
That's awesome. I didn't even
That's
pick
so
up on that.
hard.
I didn't even catch that.
I have to
That's
look-
really funny.
On Robes, I wrote
Yeah,
one down.
I didn't even catch
Let me
that.
look it up. Because I put like the for ones that were longer, I just did like the first and last word. So let me
Oh,
look this
also
one
in Shame, got her dick whipped, my dick smeared with lipstick.
up.
Devious.
In Robes, verse 3, he says, "Nothing but cutlasses, Cadillac coupes in my garage, making foreign bread, get some morning head on the Autobahn." I thought that was so gas.
Oh my God!
I heard
I
that,
remember
was
him
like,
saying
holy
something about getting
shit.
head on the
All he
Autobahn,
does is
but I
cook,
wasn't
bro.
listening to the whole thing. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Nah,
I wasn't
bro.
locked in for that.
The sample on Robes.
So good. And the features did their thing on that. I don't know who the hell Domo
Wearing a
Genesis is,
smile.
but
Earl
Him
Sweatshirt
and
was
Earl Sweatshirt.
hilarious.
yeah.
Oh my God. What the fuck did he say that had me fucking crying, bro? He said some stupid shit. Oh, it was the son he never wanted, like cold pizza.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Devious.
One track that I wanted to hear all of our thoughts on. What were your thoughts on Pinata, the outro?
Oh my God.
I really liked it. I thought it was like
I
a
really
cipher.
liked it.
I thought it was a
W
cipher.
song.
Like an XXL freshman cipher almost. There was just mad people all doing different things. The only person I
Yeah.
didn't like was Michi Darko. I wrote a note about it.
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
literally wrote down, I do not know which person is who. I liked everybody's performances
God.
personally.
Anytime-
But I wrote first guy is good, Freddy is also tough, third guy solid, fourth guy good, fifth guy also good, sixth guy's sound was crazy but good.
That was Michi
and Mac
Darko.
Miller's part was strong. I
didn't like
Michi
the Michi
Darko.
Darko. I really fucked with Domo Genesis
Mm-hmm.
and Mac Miller.
Yeah, no, I didn't like.
My favorite
look,
verse was probably Freddie Gibbs' verse though, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying besides Freddie.
Yeah.
I didn't look at like who was on it because I saw all the names and the length, and I was like, oh wait, I don't want to see this. And then Mac Miller was the
don't wanna
last one,
spoils.
and that shit cooked. I was like, holy shit, I would never
Dude,
Yeah,
expect
his
Mac
verse was
Miller.
cool.
That's
I
the
did
last
also write
person I
down, though,
expected.
All Mac Miller does is cook, bro.
I wrote
That's
that the
my
last
king.
3 minutes were cool, but 3 minutes is kind of wicked.
Oh Dan, let me read you a
Also-
3-minute outro, typical Mad Lib. And then I said it was
Also-
fucking with my ears when it was bouncing from left to
Yeah,
right.
I was literally just gonna say the last thing I wrote
bro.
was 3D audio is fucking me up right now. because I was doing it with my AirPods.
So
in.
was I. It
fucking
was sick,
Dude,
bro.
I was doing it with my AirPods in too. I got fucking thrown off.
I have a headache right now.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
No, it was
It
cool.
was good.
It was cool.
No, yeah, dude. Very good album. I'm excited.
Yeah.
This makes me want to listen to dude, there's so many fucking albums I could choose.
Alfredo. Oh yeah,
Like,
do we want to get to
I want to
that?
listen to Alfredo.
I was
wanna
gonna
listen to
say,
Bandana.
do we want to have?
I mean, we wrapped up our
Matt's-
thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do we want to have Matt's turn, or do we want to go with the 25-year anniversary?
Low
we don't
key.
have to. We don't have to.
Low key, just because.
I kind of want to
it
take
is-
Matt's turn. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's-
Okay, for anybody who's curious, if you want to give the album a listen, I mean, everybody knows it's a fucking classic. The Slim Shady LP turned 25 this past week.
I think here's what we'll do. I'll pick something, but I think we could also listen to that and talk about it.
It depends
I
on
mean,
how much stuff drops Friday.
We could
True,
do two. We
true.
could do 2 albums.
We could.
If not a lot of albums drop Friday, we could totally do it.
If the only big
Yeah.
drop on Friday is Blue Lips, then I'm down to do both.
Well,
Yeah,
So
I'm
you
down.
heard
I
that,
will
people?
say- a Babytron
Shady
album
LP.
came out 2 days ago.
Oh
All right, we'll have to listen to that as well.
No, we don't have to.
no,
Well,
we gotta.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know.
Babytron.
Ethan, we listened to 21 French Montana songs.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the Babytron album might be worse. I've already started listening.
Really?
It's all right from what.
Well,
I've
we're
heard
gonna
so
listen.
far.
We're gonna listen to it anyway.
All right.
But
It's only
so,
33 minutes, so it's not even like really an album.
Okay. So 2 albums of the week. First is the Slim Shady LP because it has turned 25. Classic album. I'm excited. I haven't listened to it all the way through yet. I don't think either of them have either. So
I have,
Mm,
but not in a while.
okay.
yeah, I haven't in like 10 years.
Okay. So that's our first, and Matt has the pick this week for.
God, so
Our
much
other album
good
of the
shit
week.
I could choose.
Take your time.
What are we thinking?
Although we are already almost 2
I
hours in,
could
so
be
maybe
a
don't
wrap
fucking
it up in a
menace. I could be a menace and choose some like insane shit.
Pick something that
whatever,
you want to show us.
We have to listen.
That
It
I
either
wanna
has
show you?
Well, it either has to be something that you want to put us on to, or like something that you haven't, like what
Dude, I
what
don't
Ethan
think
did with
there's
Pinata, because
anything I
Ethan
could
hadn't
put people
listened to it
onto.
yet. It doesn't have to be a put on. If it's something that you haven't heard and you want to listen to it, you can go with that too.
Yeah, true. Trying to think here. Wait,
Or
you
if
guys
it's just a classic that you want to listen to
do
again,
some
like whatever the
discussions.
fuck you
I'm
want.
gonna look through my library.
Is there anything to really discuss? I mean, you know
I
what?
don't know.
While we
Figure
do
it
this,
out.
we could talk about the
What we're listening to.
segment.
Yes.
Do you want to
True.
kick that off, Ethan?
Sure. What have I been listening to? Let me. One sec. Let me open up. Matt, what's the website? Stats.fm. Let's go.
I'll go while you look it up. So
Yeah.
first of all, I was speaking about my exclusive listening of Joey Badass last week, and Mr. Joseph Bodman, I have finished his discography. I listened to 2000. I've been listening to a lot of him. I went through all of Jid's solo catalog because, I mean, it was literally just the Never Story and DiCaprio 2 that I had not yet heard. That was also great. And, yeah, that's most of what I've been listening to, actually, recently. And then I recently started listening to Tame Impala, so I've been getting into him. Pause. I've been enjoying that a lot as well. I've also gone through just a bunch of, like, random, like, singles while going through Jid's catalog that I discovered. So this could actually be a put-on for you guys, because I know you're sane and you probably like Jid. There's a song that he dropped called Clutter. That was pretty good. A song called Fried Rice, him and Boss. That's pretty good. A song called Can't Call It with J. Cole, Boss, and Earth Gang. And a song called Spaghetti with Smino and Kenny Beats.
Spaghetti.
Those are all pretty good. Yeah, that's most of what I've been listening to. I've been listening to a lot of Jid, a lot of Joey Badass, and I've also been listening to a lot of that new Earth Gang EP.
Yeah. I feel like I
But-
haven't even had time to listen to anything else. But I've been listening to fucking Four Bats. Do you know him?
I do. That's the fucking
Yeah.
S-I-U-A-P-M.
He has like 2 songs and 9.5 million monthly listeners. He's like actually like
Wicked.
an industry plant, I swear. But,
Yeah, actually.
You by Kendrick Lamar, because I watched like a really good documentary about that.
Ah!
I watched a really good video about that song, just like going in depth on it. And
Now I need to- you might have to
re-listening
send
to
me
it
that
is like it's actually so crazy to just listen to. I don't know. Not much. The new Babytron album, which we're gonna get into.
Yeah, I think we've been spending most of our listening time the past week listening to the music that has dropped recently because there was a shit ton. Again, just to bring that statistic back up that I mentioned before, 72 songs, 73 because there was that YoungBoy thing that I had not listened to.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 17 songs on Pinata, totaling to 90 total songs that were listened to for this week. 90 songs. That's literally
crazy.
longer. That's longer than a lot of people's playlists.
It's longer than
That's-
my like personal one.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't really add stuff to my playlist that much. I just have like everything.
Mm.
What have I added to my playlist recently? Nothing much. Spaghetti, Slumber, Urine 101, Cold Sunday. Those are like all the things I've added recently.
I can't get over the Gangsta. That song is just so fucking good, bro.
I love A$AP Rocky.
You know my daddy was a gangster, and dad before him was
I will
a damn
always
thug.
be an A$AP Rocky fan.
I love A$AP. The thing is, I love A$AP Rocky and I love Anderson .Paak both so much. It's just a great collaboration.
The
It
first,
just works
like
so
the first
well.
serious time I listened to Anderson .Paak was the Bruno Mars
Oh my god!
when I listened to that album, and that was
An Evening with Silk Sonic is a very good album.
Silk Sonic
I
was
love
like
that album.
ethereal.
Yeah, that was great, bro. Smoking out the window, bro.
I think it's
This
overplayed
bitch.
though.
It has been overplayed, but I usually don't let overplaying harm my enjoyment of a song. I try at least.
It depends, but that song was just like too mainstream to even like get around.
Yeah, I guess. Coming back to it now, though, I fucking love that song. The entire album, though, is great. You got, like, 777, you got Skate, Leave the Door Open, Fly As Me is a great song.
After Last Night is a goated song too.
After Last Night, I'm so happy you said that. That song is so slept on.
That song is so good.
After
Me and
last
Mateo
night,
were
I think I'm in love with you.
me and Mateo were driving
think I'm
home
in
from the
love
mall.
with you.
We were driving home from the mall, me and him in his car, and we were just blasting it down the road.
The song is so fucking good, bro.
All right.
Matt has decided.
So before I do that, I'm also gonna talk about what I've been listening to recently.
Okay.
So since I went back and listened to 2093, I was listening to that, and then mainly fucking the Stunner for Vegas shit and Freddie Gibbs. I also was listening to a surprising amount of MF Doom this week.
It's the Mad
I
Lib
went
effect.
back to
The Mad
I went
Lib
back
effect.
to is it Doomsday? Or no, Operation Doomsday. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The one with fucking Rhymes Like Dimes.
Mm-hmm. That's one of
Then
his.
dude, that shit's so good. And then I was listening to just some like chill shit. Not a lot of rap shit this week besides those. I was listening to fucking Gabe the other day was playing some fucking Spanish song on his guitar, so I went back and listened to some Dominican music.
Oh, if we're not talking rap, I listened to a lot of Elton John and Brazilian funk this week.
Valid.
The one we're listening to doesn't have to be exclusively rap music. The podcast might say set the bars, but we can talk about whatever the fuck
Yeah.
music we want. If
I was
Matt wants to
listening
tell us to
to-
listen to a rock album, we're gonna listen to the rock album.
I was listening to Romeo Santos and Aventura.
I know like one song by him, and I don't even know the name of
By
it. I
Romeo
just know it
Santos?
by I just know
He has
it
a
by
song with
the sound.
Drake. I did not realize.
What?
He has a song. Well, it was
That's-
like younger Drake.
Yeah, I figured, but that's
But,
hilarious to me.
His album, fucking, I forget what it's called, but it has the Drake song. That one's good. But I was listening to that shit, and then fucking what was I listening to last night? I was listening to Wham, which was weird.
Really? That is
That
funny.
is weird.
I was listening
When
to
it co-
Wham, and I was
I've
listening
never listened to Wham. The closest I get is that every couple of months, "Careless Whisper" by George Michael gets stuck in my head. For
No,
like a week.
I have listened to Wham for Careless Whisper and fucking all the
I mean,
Christmas songs.
technically, "Careless Whisper"
Yeah.
is just George Michael, but it counts.
Yeah, and then all the Christmas music.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was listening
I
to
love "Careless
to,
Whisper," bro.
what's it called? When I listen to Wham, I don't really listen to Careless Whisper. I
Fucking
listen
love
to the
that song.
album. I forget what it's called, but it's literally just like a photo of them, and it just says Wham, and it's the one with "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go."
Mhm.
Forget the name of it,
Before
but
you go,
that
go.
song and "Everything She Wants" are fucking bangers. I was listening to that shit, and then last night I was listening to Gorillaz.
Oh, another song that I was listening to that makes me feel like a fucking, I don't even know, like a femboy. Uh, whatever she wants. Whatever she
Well,
wants.
I'm sorry. What
Whatever-
kind of music can make one feel like a femboy?
Listen to
Bangers.
Whatever She Wants by Bryson Tiller.
Oh my! Always Forever by Bryson Tiller. I was listening to.
Why does Bryson Tiller make you feel like a femboy?
You gotta listen to Whatever She Wants. It's a banger.
It's just that one song. That makes you
Yeah,
feel that way?
I don't know what about it. It just does.
I
Interesting.
have it in my ear right now. I'm feeling a little femboy,
It goes hard though, right?
bro. The little
Dan, you can
fucking
listen
the little
after.
snare, bro. Oh, bro.
All right, let's wrap this up. We're
Yeah,
pushing
Matt.
2
Matt,
hours.
what
That's tough.
what is the album
Since
on top of the
it
Slim Shady
feels like
LP?
we are getting closer and closer to the fall off, and I have not listened to any J. Cole classics, I said, why not go back and we listen to 2014
Yes!
Forest Hills Drive?
Thank God.
No, I mean we got to do it.
Great pick. Great
It'll be a
pick.
new experience for me. It'll be nostalgia for you guys, and we could have some great discussions. And then
Fantastic
it'll
pick.
get us hyped even more than we already are
For the fall.
for the fall off.
Yeah, that's
So
a fire pick.
listeners,
This is a
viewers,
phenomenal pick.
Listeners
if you
and
wanna-
viewers,
if you guys are into J. Cole, if you guys just want to hear about the album, hear what we think.
if you guys want to be part of the conversation,
If you want to be part of the conversation, make sure to tune in. And speaking of being part of the conversation, Daniel, I think you have something to share with our listeners.
I think I mentioned it at the beginning.
Well, let's
Reiterate it.
reinforce that.
To
Let's
reiterate-
reinforce that.
Before we leave, of course, listen to the Slim Shady LP and 2014 Forest Hills Drive before next episode comes out, so you can be part of the conversation. But if you want to be part of the conversation in more of a way, go to our Twitter, which is the handle just at Set the Bars. Matt, I know you.
I believe it's at Set the Bars Pod.
at Set the Bars Pod.
We'll
on
have it
Twitter.
in the description.
Yeah, we'll put it in
and
the description.
link tree.
Yep, we'll have it in both. And follow that. And if you want to tweet out anything, just and ask us questions, just put the hashtag #SetTheBars, and we will be able to find it and respond to it for the next episode. And we'll do that as
Put
another
hashtag
segment
Set
when
the
we start getting
Bars. I'm
submissions.
also probably gonna put out a tweet on the account, and if you want to reply to that,
We
you
will
do
also
that.
be checking
Whatever
those.
works. Mainly use hashtag Set the Bars. We talked about before, right here.
I'm not doing it again.
Why not?
I'm not doing it again.
Anyways, just make sure to come back, of course. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Like the video, ring the bell so you know when the next episode comes out. If you're on
Like my
Spotify,
shaft.
lick our shaft. If you're on Spotify, make sure to follow the show.
Lick our collective shaft.
Our collective shaft.
one that we share
The shaft
amongst the
conglomerate,
three of
which
us.
is the Set the Bar shaft, the STBS.
The STBS.
If you're on Spotify, make sure to follow the show. Make sure to
Oh
put on
my
notifications for episodes. Make sure to check our socials in the description of the episode. We're probably gonna have another poll up or another Q&A.
On
Make sure
Spotify.
to hit that. If you just scroll down while you're listening, it'll be
Uh-huh.
right there at the bottom. And just you better fucking be here next week. That's all I'm
better
saying. We
be
got some
here next
bangers
week.
next week.
We got 2 classics.
Two
for
classics.
album of the week.
If you're not here, fuck you.